Yeah, welcome to another episode of Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, where we take those three things, that's right, dice, dudes and dungeons, and we put them in a pot and we just... and we make magic happen.
Slop them out.
We slop them out. Well, welcome to potentially the final episode in my mini campaign. But who knows? We'll see how the evening
maybe part one of two.
One of two, yeah. This is like Deathly Hallows part one, part two. Prefer part two. A lot more kind of nice stuff happening.
Does that mean that we're going to end this one with a death?
Ooh! Don't tempt
Spoilers.
me, Frodo. I cannot take it.
For the Deathly Hallows.
But yeah, before we dive into what could be the last one of my little campaign, just some announcements straight off the top. I'm going to throw it straight to him because, you know, he has just got us on the TikTok. I believe that is an internet-based website.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the cloud, I think?
Yes, I think you see it in the clouds and that's where you view it.
I think you have to be online to view it. Yeah.
Is this dial-up or broadband or fibre?
No, it's on the internet.
Oh,
sorry, yeah, of course. Sorry, yeah.
Before we understand the internet side, tell us about socials. Tell us where they can hear our podcast.
Of course. So, you might be listening to a podcast right now, and it features us. And the podcast is called Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. And that's what you want to search in any of the following applications to hear our podcast. So you can listen to us on Spotify. Hey, maybe you're more of an Apple Podcast kind of person. Changes things up, eh? Google Podcasts is there. Oh, what's this new one? What's the weather like outside? Oh, it's overcast. That's what it is. Fucking hell.
I'm a piece of shit, so I'm listening to you on Amazon Music.
If you got a bit of love, iHeartRadio. I've got a Castbox where my heart used to be. What's this in my pocket cast?
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't have your headphones in, so you're a bit radio public. And then you put them all together like some sort of stitcher. If you want to follow us on Twitter for a conversation, I just changed the username, so bear with me. We are DDandD pod.
It's just letters.
Just letters.
Delta.
Delta, November, Delta,
Papa,
Oscar,
Delta.
There we go for you frenetic nerds out there. And last but not least, we just started, as of today, a TikTok channel because we are all young, groovy men. And you can find us on TikTok at Dungeons, Dice and Dudes for a bit more of a silly vibe.
If it wasn't silly enough.
We're off the charts today.
Yeah, so that's my piece done.
That's a lot of energy.
Did I forget anything?
I don't know. I'm deeply conflicted with how I feel about all this.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good, actually, Simon.
Thank you.
Did you make it up on the spot?
Yeah, I'm
That's
on the
really
fly,
good.
Oh
mate.
my God.
It doesn't translate to role playing.
You are a creative dynamo.
Thank you.
That's alright.
It's my silly brain.
Just a bunch of silly boys having a silly time.
Is that your autobiography? Me and my silly brain.
I'm done.
That's you're done. You're done.
And then it just ends.
Sort of.
And that's the episode. Thanks for listening, guys. No, thank you, Si. Very good. And I'm looking forward to filming many more TikToks in the future.
I think you're the only one.
Oh, okay.
It's all good.
We can stitch stuff and react to other people's hard work
Yeah.
and
That's
get loads
good.
of views.
There's probably some sort of Dungeons and Dragons dance we can do
Yeah.
off the back of the movie. Yeah.
Oh, that, yeah. That was a dragon, by the way. I didn't just stub my toe. Lovely. Right, well, thank you, Si. Moving on. Let's talk about other podcasts, right? Because there's others out there, and maybe
There is one I'm thinking of that's actually it's really good.
something about your brain.
Yeah, that actually kind of helps you think
Critically.
critically.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if you're not a fan of your actual plays, give this a bang.
Thanks, guys. That was really sweet. I'm going to take my glasses off to show how sincere I'm being.
I
Oh.
would just like to say that I didn't take part in any of that, so...
You get no love here, sir.
I'm going to delete your episode, Nathan. How about that?
Ooh.
Good luck getting rid of your most viewed episode.
Oh.
You wish.
You can
go to thinkingcritically.co.uk, all one word, and all letters as well,
Just letters.
just to keep it in the theme. Well, it's a D&D discussion podcast where we take a single word or topic each fortnight and discuss what it means in the D&D and wider ttrpg framework. 2 days ago, I recorded with Greg Tito and Shelley Mazanoble of Wizards of the Coast, the hosts of Dragon Talk, about their new book coming out. So by the time this episode airs, that episode will be out. So go and check that one on titled "More Community" because it's the second community episode. So that's a big milestone for me, and I'm very happy.
That's really cool.
Thank you guys. Yeah, thinkingcritically.co.uk, and all my socials are on there.
Amazing.
Glasses.
For the listeners, Danilo looks so sexy tonight. He's got his sunglasses on, he's got his jumper on, he's just sipping.
Beer in my hand.
Pink jumper.
Yeah, it's giving me Miles Teller kind of like on the keys in that bar in Top Gun 2.
He's not a nice bloke, is he?
What?
Yeah, but I think he's alright. I think we're allowed to talk about him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's just
He's just
a bit of a knob.
Cock.
Oh, right. Yeah. But I was just talking about the
Yeah,
sexy
that's right.
character from the sexy film, Top Gun 2.
And Miles Teller, if you want to
streets.
defend yourself, go on thinking critically to clear your name.
Get him on. Come on down.
Mate, don't be a Keemstar. Calling people out and then just getting them to come on your show.
Who's
Where
coming?
would you rather they come?
To do what?
Could you just say that again, just into the mic?
Speak into the mic.
Louder and more breathy.
Coming.
Moving on.
Anyway, moving on. Actually, to you, sir, we have some discounts for some fantastic products. Scottish.
Wow, what a
Where can I get some nice
handover.
products from?
Well, currently, myself, and by extension, this podcast, are ambassadors for a wonderful company named Game Tea. They are a company that makes luxury handcrafted items for geeks and gamers worldwide. That's right, they ship worldwide. So if you fancy picking up a set of hot new dice, maybe a hot new candle, or maybe an even hotter new t-shirt, then you can head on over and use the discount code THEBRIGSY, that's THEBRIGGSY, in keeping with letters.
It's just letters, people.
This is a letters episode.
Yeah.
For
You knew it was
5% off of your entire order. So, if you want to do that and pick up something for someone at Christmas, that means that you're supporting us. You're supporting a local company which is a staunch supporter of the LGBTQIA+ community. And you know what? You save yourself some money. So, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Tens across the board.
Thanks.
I love that for you.
Special plug as well. Myself, Sai, and a couple of friends of the podcast.
DDandD OG in Matthew.
Yeah, and some other guy, Dex. We're all growing mustaches and raising money for November, so maybe there'll be a link for that. Because you know what? Guys have feelings, so and balls.
And sometimes when you're not
Prostate?
thinking about
And
D&D,
prostates.
you're thinking about your thoughts about D&D.
About doing that.
Yeah.
We're all feeling silly, aren't we?
Yeah, we are feeling.
that's what we're
We are
feeling,
feeling a bit
I'm
silly.
feeling my grundles, so
You rolling your oats.
Grindelwald's World. Secrets of Dumbledore.
Oh! It's Christmas.
so yeah. Check your balls, check your feelings.
And yeah, we'll put the Movember link to your fundraiser
Course.
on the next episode.
Thanks.
This episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Right. Well, I think that is it. I believe. Unless there are any other things around the table. Any more TikTok dances we want to do, Si?
Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned we're on TikTok now.
Ah.
Yeah.
I would just like to say that I made a TikTok account first, being like, I'm going to do it for D&D, and then this jabroni comes over and steals my thunder.
I genuinely don't remember, so it didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a DDD TikTok?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
well,
No.
Nah.
If it's not branded, then it doesn't count.
Fake news.
Kinda don't care.
Yeah.
What's this one called?
Dungeons, Dice and Dudes.
Let's just list it as that, yeah?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Oh, they're fighting around the table. Mum, Dad, stop fighting.
Gonna mass report it.
Your bot network.
All right. Well, I think with that then, let's dive into another episode of Dungeons, Dice and Do, shall we? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start this as we always do. Let's jive into a little. Let's jive. Let's jive into a recap of last session. Sorry, everyone. From the attack at Summer's Close to the highest seat of power, you three are now protectors of the realm and have been sent to the Rotas Isle to discover who or what is plotting against the peoples of Zemmermere. On your way there, you met John Sol, an intelligence asset to the Republic of Zragate, who informed you that there were reasons to investigate the ancient ruins of the old city of Rotinara on the Rotas Isle. You went by airship to the Rotas Isle and began your descent into the depths, investigating your leads. With traps triggered and puzzles completed, you managed to pass stealthily through a portal to a chamber filled with cultists, brain dogs, or intellect devourers, and new beings, some that you hadn't seen before, Mindflayers, leading this secretive cabal. After listening in to their meeting and hearing all you believe you needed to hear, you commenced combat, with Arcaximus leading the courageous charge at the Mindflayers. Combat ensued, with cultists rushing you all and trying to inflict arcane pain on you, but your buffs staving off the worst of the damage. John began using his psychic blades to eviscerate a cultist. Arcaximus was rushing the extraplanar leaders, who stopped him in his tracks with enfeeblement, levitation, and stun, which held him midair. Finn's armour of Agathis exploded, wiping out a cultist as they approached in molten hot magma. And Lucian dealt damage from the shadows, and some soul sucking was had on cultist.
From the shadows.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
With Arcaximus not being in the fight due to the Mindflayer's magic, Finn took the risk getting Arc into the game by attacking the Mindflayer head on, which was successful, which meant that Arcaximus was freed and was no longer grappled by the magic. However, Finn did become stunned and was grappled by the Mindflayer, a dangerous place to be. Finn got truly gobbled up in the grapple of the Mindflayer, and with a beam of psychic energy, went unconscious in the maw of the Mindflayer. With Arc breaking free from stun, seeing Finn go limp, he cast Moonbeam on the one grappling Finn, eviscerating the Illithid where it stood. The remaining, more dominant of the two Illithids saw all of the cultists dead. His companion moonbeamed and decided to use plane shift to gleefully disappear from you all. Out of combat, you began investigating the cultist chamber. John used his abilities to gain the knowledge of the cultists and discovered that there were two rooms either side of the main chamber containing gold, a lot of gold, 25,000 pieces of gold to be precise, and the other room, documents, ledgers and invoices for the cultists. In these documents, the most revelations came from a series of letters starting from the year 447 to the current year, 512. These letters weaved a story of the growth, expansion, and new tutelage of the cultists of Sator. In these letters, you discover that these cultists began aggressive expansion of their organisation, which also meant that clashes with the Myriad in Golden Pass were stopped by means of assassination, with Myriad victims being brought back to the Rotas Isle for experimentation. Furthermore, the cult's growth and new suitor, being of the extraplanar sort, brought them to the attention of the Prodigium Venardi, which led to the cultist sanctum being breached and partially destroyed, and the now dead Gith that did this too was taken to be experimented on. The cult saw to it that the Prodigium Venardi be undermined and weakened for fear of them discovering the cult's plans and new suitor, Vudriges. Another letter spoke of the cult discovering a pact being made with a devil named Levistus, and the cult saw to the pact wielder, a young man of famous family lineage, being killed before he could grow too powerful. Two more letters from the cult, one of them cursing the various cities and empires of Zemmermere, but reminding its followers to stay steadfast in their worship and work for their new suitor Vudriges, as the world will soon be dominated by them. And another letter, the last letter written by the cultists from the current year, sending all powerful mages and siege weapons to Monintir after the arrival at Summer's Close Festival, whilst also stating that our suitor's weapon will soon be finalised. And the final letter you discovered, written from a new perspective, stated as we draw ever near to our resurgence on this world, know that your decades of work are not in vain. The cult of Sator will be granted stewardship over this world, and my kind will have all the resources they require. Before this can be completed, see to it those that were killed and buried in the vaults, the Gith, the human, and the changeling, be exhumed and resurrected near Wysul, and follow these plans to ensure they keep under my command. That bit you couldn't read, the instructions that were then given to do this, and the letter signed off with, the time draws near, my followers, when the name Elder Ulithrad Vidriges, signing off. So, with the information gathered, just a very quick point of order, whoever was helming this investigation, I think it was you, did you share all of this knowledge with everyone, that you were going through the letters and memos and things, these important points you discovered, or did you keep it to yourself?
Well, I don't think I had yet, but I don't have any reason to keep it
That's
to
good.
myself.
No, that's fine. Just wanted to check that. Just wanted to check.
So we're saying it's public, yeah?
Yeah, it's public knowledge. So, now that all of you know, that's where we'll begin the session then.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
So what you're telling me is all of you three are linked beyond this, like you've all died and come back, but this is all kind of, you're chosen by these tentacle-mouthed fucks to do something?
Yeah, I suppose it sounds like we're all kind of like interlinked.
It does kind of appear that we've been chosen for some sort of higher power, higher meaning. You know, for me, I'm not surprised. Don't blame them.
It was a mere coincidence. Do not consider yourself loftier than those around you.
For a man with a job title like yours, I think it's weak of you to believe in coincidence, but it is just me.
What a story, Mark.
Right, well, so what has this been then? What are we...
Well, I think we need to go where the siege weapons are going. We need to go to Monintir and head them off at the pass, as it were. Though from the sounds of it, they've got quite the following and amassing, and this isn't going to be something necessarily the four of us can take on ourselves. We might need some backup.
Well, I mean, I guess time is of the essence, right? The armies of various cities are marching in that direction, but they're not going to be able to help us much.
Why?
Well, they're being sent there as a distraction play, aren't they?
Yeah. They'll still be like armed and everything. We just need to let them know that shit's going
The real
down.
enemy.
The what?
Don't we need to let them know the real enemy?
Yeah, yeah. Wait, you fight these people. Do you know about what was the last name that was said?
The name on the letter.
The thread.
Elder Thread Vidriges.
Do you know about that?
Do I? Do I?
No. You could roll a history check if you want.
Just thinking, because these
I don't have insight. I
very.
don't have history proficiency. I was going to say
I don't.
No.
That's a 1.
And again, for you, your people, the Prodigium, haven't fought. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Prodigium, sorry.
Haven't fought this particular enemy in many hundreds and so many years. So.
They are all scum. Scum.
Ooh.
So
You can't just
we
say
don't
that.
learn their names. They are to be exterminated from this material plane.
Well, you're a gift, though, aren't you? A lot of your kind are not great, but you're a nice person. Well,
he's a zealot, is what he is.
My job is
okay.
not to be nice. My job is to expunge these threats.
You were nice when you got me back up, though, aren't you? Well, you helped me out, I suppose.
Expunge
How's my hair?
my will.
Is it still
Bloody.
there? It's a bit like radiant off. It's got like a
It's
massive
just-
bowl of
Yeah.
no hair.
You've been sucked like a chopper chop.
Is it? It's Lavenor, right? Yeah. I would approach Lavenor at this point and be like, Was it a sending stone that we had to let them know when to come and collect us?
Yeah, we've got one sending stone to tell the airship to get us, and there's another sending stone to communicate back to the Dragate.
Let's get the airship back here. Let them know there's a fuckload of money.
Right, you are.
Need a few hands to carry that back up to the ship. I'm sure that your superiors or their superiors, whoever, will be quite happy. If you want some gold, I'd suggest taking some gold before the powers that be claim it all.
Yes, I'd probably take some.
Right, I'll. Excuse me. I think Lebanon would have had the sending stone, or did one of you guys have it? Anybody put it in their inventory?
I left it with them actually, I think.
Okay.
I'd love it all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, he'll use it. It's 25, isn't it? Is it a message of 25?
Sure.
Oh, it's sending, isn't it? It's not a message.
That's it. That's it. Either way,
He calls him in.
he calls him in, tells him that it's the exact location.
25 words or less.
25 words or less. Magic boy gonna send signal into air. Come land at that spot, open clearing. Send down men to help take gold from site. Cheers.
What the hell? Where did this elder say his forces are amassing?
Monintir. Well, there was a letter from the cultists saying they need to send all powerful mages and siege weapons to Monintir after the arrival at Summer's Close. You'd also know from the intelligence given to you by General Hess and also collected by this gentleman, Mr. Salt,
Hello.
that it was Monintir where there was a very large explosion. Pretty much the mining town there went dark afterwards, the evening of Summer's Close.
Well, cool. Let's go there then.
Yeah. We're in sync.
You need to buy each other a coffee.
Don't like coffee.
Slides a cigarette.
Could you not smoke that near me? I don't like
Have
cigarettes.
you got a spare?
Yes.
I'll take it. Light it off, you got a screwdriver.
That smoke might damage the artifacts found down here.
Oh my!
Well, we're not
it's all linked
looking.
to them evil tentacle boys, isn't it?
It's all important information.
Yeah, I think we know what we need to know. You got letters. You picked them all up and everything.
Letters.
You got letters.
Real
Let's make it a matter of public record. Get a word out there that these alien boys are trying to steal our minds and whatnot.
Oh, yes. Be exposed to
This is going to be one hell of a story. I tell you what, boys. I'm going to be eating well off of this for a very long time.
Just a matter of order here.
What?
Remember that the whole point of us doing this is because we already know too much, and that we're, not meant to be sharing what we're seeing.
No, but once it's all taken care
And
of.
on that note, we probably shouldn't give the heads up to the various militaries that.
They are compromised, maybe.
Yeah. The whole point of them going there was a cover for us to seek out.
Okay, so we're gonna get on the ship, and then we're gonna go to this other place, Monintir, and then we're just like a crack squad of heroes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, there you go.
You
Plan fixed, solved, sorted.
Alright.
Let's get the big airboat.
Oh, yes, I got a lot of experience in clandestine activity, so maybe you want to head up this operation.
Oh yeah, because you hide and stuff.
There is an element of skill in stealth that I do not expect everyone to understand or have the mental capacity to appropriate.
I think we understand it. It's more just,
The coward's choice.
yeah. Your cloak and dagger, he's sword and candle. He's tentacle and mace.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm loot and rapier.
At
The sword, the type
At
of
the
sword, you know,
moment.
it's
the moment, everyone seemed a little bit to tongue and speech and not get up and go. You know what I mean?
We're waiting for the ship.
yeah, we got a minute.
Wouldn't it make things harder to like hide if you have like really long flowing white hair? Maybe you should dye your hair like black or like a dark brown, nice auburn.
I then just changed my hair color to those colors.
There you go.
No, I don't like this. It's tactical, just me, it's tactical, I know, but I like looking like this.
Okay. Ugh. Horrible. Cool. So we get a short rest. Whilst we wait for the
Oh, we
action.
did, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, I've already rolled.
If that's
for
the
that.
case, yeah,
So-
song of rest, so you get an extra D something.
nice. So,
Oh,
so
Be nice.
Lovenor's message was that one of you would send some kind of signal up from
Yeah.
exactly where you are. So,
yeah, but-
if you want to head to the surface to greet said airship,
What do you get, sorry, with your thing? John?
You get an extra nice little tasty little 1d8 bonus on your hit dice when you do a short rest. If you're doing a short rest and healing up,
A
because you're in
D8,
a beautiful little tune being plucked away on this mandolin type instrument. It's what's that? An extra d8 of healing. Don't mind if I do.
yes, please. Lovely.
are you? So you're taking some of the letters and important documents up top with you.
Yeah.
You're taking some gold and bit.
No, my payment is
I've
the safety of the
filled
plane.
my backpack with as much gold as it can carry.
Cool. We'll figure that out. Yep. We'll do some maths on weight.
Just on the off chance that between getting there where we're going and now, I have an opportunity to buy something that's going to hit harder.
Cool.
Maybe some potions, whatever it is. I want to be prepared to. And if I don't use it, then I've got more money for when I'm a free man. I can pay for lots of alcohol and nice places to sleep.
Buzzing.
Yeah.
Lucian just grabs a handful of gold, stuffs it in his pocket, a coin drops out, shrugs, walks away.
Easy money.
So nonchalant.
Yes.
All right. Well, you head to the surface. You retrace your steps. You use the portal
We have to.
to leave.
Yeah.
You recall the same pattern you used inbound to go outbound. You emerge on the other side, head up, missing the traps again. You recall of that. You get yourself to the clearing, and yeah, one of you fires
I'll
off.
cast minor illusion up in the sky.
Nice.
5 foot cube. And it would be like a hand pointing down. Like just a silhouette
Nice.
of a hand pointing down.
We're here.
Yeah, 5 foot cube. Fairly big.
Yeah.
But just floating in the sky.
Nice.
I can do it 30 feet up. So I'll do it 30 feet up in the clouds, and it's just like a light turquoisey blue, kind of like waypoint marker in a video game, just bouncing in there.
Nice. They don't struggle to see it.
Good.
And the ship begins to descend. You hear that kind of humming, that kind of as it comes down into the clearing. Kind of like a rope comes off the side, like a rope ladder, and Captain Greycastle descends it. Ah, right, I see you've made it. Well done. What was down there?
Lots of rocks. An abandoned research area.
Right.
Just lots of papers. Nothing really that interesting.
An evil
honestly.
cult whose minds have been poisoned.
That's much more interesting. Yes.
It's also a great deal
We're
of
keeping
money.
it.
Oh,
Right.
More than we can carry individually. So if you have any boys out
It's just
there,
joking.
they'd be happy to scurry down and grab it.
Yeah.
Just watch out for the traps on the way down. There's a couple of glyphs of warding type jobs, and there's a little glyph puzzle right at the end of the thing. They'll work it out. They're smart boys, I'm sure.
Right. Well, we're not leaving them here. So, are we doing this now, or are we coming
Send
back
them
for it
off now
later?
or come back for it. Don't matter to me. I've got as much.
We must hurry.
Time is of the essence from the sounds of it, yeah.
Let us not wait here.
Well, what is your next plan of attack? Where are we going next?
Monintir!
Monintir.
High altitude, out
Yes.
of the eyesight of.
I'll have to figure out, but that's not going to be a quick journey.
What's the quickest way to get there? Is it via anywhere? Is there anywhere that we could go and then teleport there?
Do we need to offload some of your men?
No, we need them to pilot the boat.
Oh no, because you lose some of them because of the weight, because of the drag.
We're already on a skeleton crew. If we leave any more, we won't be able to operate the machinery.
Sticks.
I mean, you can't really take the teleportation circle at Golden Pass.
Wait, what? Why not?
Well,
Wait, isn't
It's
it?
been compromised.
Monintir,
There was a.
Monintir's essentially been erased.
It's got to be.
I mean,
No, we teleported from Golden Pass and it was being overrun.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that is not
but
safe.
is there not like a teleportation circle in Monintir that we can take from the place that we just were? I can't remember.
Zargate.
Yes.
I could try and communicate, but I don't think that Monintir is a very small mining town. It's
also
not an important base.
Backwater towns.
Yeah.
It's also, by all accounts, a ghost town. There's nothing there anymore.
Yeah, but if there was a teleportation circle, then
I
we
suppose
wouldn't
it
need
might
anybody.
still exist. But we might be teleporting into the belly of the beast, as it were.
Ah, that'd be fine.
That's our job.
You see what we did in there?
Yeah, you almost got eaten.
It's alright.
Well,
It's not the first time. Won't be the last.
and you just see Captain Greycastle just like kind of running some numbers in his head and thinking about it, and he's like, "There's one thing we could try. If we take the ship up to maximum altitude, we push forwards and then drop altitude gradually. That would give us a bit of an advantage from speed, but it's still going to be about a week's travel."
A week?
Yes, we're travelling across half the continent. It's going to take time. The only other option would be if you went via Tresspool, but again, it's about a week. You teleportation circle from Zargate to Tresspool, and then on horseback from Tresspool to Monintir, and you'd probably have a better element of surprise on the ship, but than going on foot. I don't know, but
Well, we're still on the ship then.
Alright.
yeah, you don't want to leave yet. It's good fun.
It's been okay so
I
far.
do quite like it flying, honestly. So.
You never know. You might get a real taste for it.
I mean, I can just fly.
Can you?
Granted, not for as long.
Could
as
you fly for a
ship.
week constantly?
Well, no, not constantly. I've had like little miniature breaks.
It's not what my ship would have to do.
He is young, excuse him.
I've been holding on to this. This is the other sending stone to
We'll take it.
You ain't.
General Hess. Okay. I don't know if you need to update her on anything. Right. So are we leaving?
Now,
Yeah.
Right.
Go.
post haste.
Is there anywhere on route that we might be able to dip into that isn't going to eat up a lot of time?
Depends if I'm going up to maximum height and then descending for speed, then you'd lose time. But yes, you could go via. We could go via Zargate. We could go via Tresspool. Technically,
My
they're
only
en
thought
route.
is if we're going into this and it's as big as it sounds, we need to be prepared. We have potions on hand. We need diamonds for being put back if we need to. I've seen enough people die in my time to know it's shit when you can't bring them back. So
Yeah, I probably won't die, but you know, everyone else will want to take some chance.
I feel like if it gives if it's an extra day, it's not going to be the end of the world. Well, you know, we'll see.
Poor choice of words.
Yeah. But I feel like it's worth mitigating some risk. I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't know. Am I alone in this, or if I am, we'll go. We'll just go there now. We'll fuck them up.
I
But
think it seemed like a smart idea, but maybe we travel faster. Make it go faster.
Yeah, we'll travel faster, and it's a mining town. There's probably diamonds everywhere.
Although that's true.
can I roll a history check to was it Monintir?
Yeah.
Was it like a diamond mine or a coal mine?
Yeah.
Roll a history check.
This is coal.
Flint
coal.
history.
Flint coal.
That's So that's a hot 13.
It's a hot 13. There's a number of different mining towns, outposts across the continent. Monintir is known more for rare earth metals than diamonds.
Silicon.
Say, yeah. Lithium.
I'm going to invest.
Somebody could have it.
Monintir then.
Yeah. The lithic coin. Yeah. So yeah, that's what you would know.
So yeah, no, you're not going to find diamonds in a copper mine.
It's fine, just don't die.
If you're sure.
That's
that
good
I'm-
advice.
We have a single choice, a chance. So we have one chance of somebody dying to bring them back. I think that's all we need.
Yeah, we've only got one shot. So you
There's
probably
no-
shouldn't miss your chance.
There is
to
no
play.
stronger cause to die for than that of the safety of the material plane.
I'm pretty averse to dying for anything, if I'm honest.
I pity your empty life.
Oh, I've got a very full life, that's why I don't want to die.
I guess we know who diamond not to be used on. We save it for someone else. Wait, who knows how to use diamond? I know how to spend diamond. But I don't know how to... Oh yeah.
Be careful what you say.
No.
Yeah, young one.
This guy.
Get me on ship. Quick as possible, please. I need room.
Look, I'm just saying, he's like the same age as me.
I'm older than you, but I think I have lived more life.
You've all been dead for a long time, so I don't know.
I've also been deader longer than everyone else.
Did.
I don't know. if
That's
it's-
not something to brag about.
Well, I'm just saying.
Hit the ship. Let's go. Let's
Everybody-
go.
Right, let's go then.
As we're flying though, they know we're coming because we.
Oh yeah, mate.
It pains me to say one escaped.
Yeah, did you let one get away?
Ooh. Personally, I wouldn't take that. Where's the red light coming from?
It will make their death all the more sweeter when it inevitably comes, and we will restore the Prodigium Venardi to its former greatness.
I'm going to misty step onto the deck of the ship.
Nice.
Do you allow smoke on ship?
Yeah, I mean, off the side.
Above deck, below deck?
No, just off the side, please. There are some relatively big explosives. below
Don't
deck.
care anymore.
You might when we're thousands of feet in the air and you're falling
Well, someone
because you've
push?
blown the ship open.
I've blown ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just off the side of the ship is fine.
Okay.
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 Right.
If I'm by side,
On the top deck.
on the... I might write down.
I think you should. Right, we're ready to go then.
So ready?
I'll be hanging off the ladder as we take off, just to have a view and make sure that there's nothing.
Like
Yeah.
the listeners definitely knew.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
silence means,
Just think treasure planet.
Yeah.
That imagery.
Who invited Grandad?
It's a great film.
Everyone loves that
I saw
film.
that film at the cinema. Shut the fuck up about Grandad.
Wait, is that like the animated film?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something else. What?
What?
Waterworld.
Treasure planet. Waterworld.
Yeah,
Same
no,
energy.
Same.
Same
There's
energy.
a ship.
Waterworld known for its in the sky setting, not a water setting.
That's staying in.
Just so we're sure that we get off safely and
Yep.
there's nothing left.
Of course.
Just sneak in the jungle and then I'll climb up the side as we're rising altitude.
And with that, you begin to ascend from the forests of the Rotas Isle and take off into the, by this time, probably late afternoon light. Starting to get a nice rest for all of you.
Long rest.
And as you're not looking to make any stops en route, absolutely, this is going to be a week's journey.
That's 7 long rests.
That's 7 long rests.
Oh my god.
Please reset
Where we
7
literally
times.
just do nothing all week.
Well, that said, so yeah, on the ship, do they have any healing potions that we can requisition?
So you've already been given your allocation when you left
Do they
Tarage.
have anything?
They don't have anything additional.
I'm so fucking nervous about what we're going into.
Yeah.
I think Sai/Lucian should have some stuff in your inventory.
I did
Yes.
pick up
You might put it in your
a
notes or something.
superior potion of healing.
Yep.
I got another potion.
Yep.
Did you say you added it? Oh, greater healing potion.
Yeah. And we just kind of ended up stockpiling it with you.
A few rations. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Oh, sorry, and obviously the bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Always.
Yeah,
Can't go without that.
light snack.
So,
Thanks, Mum, for the snack.
you continue gaining altitude and the forest floor of the Rotas Isle begins to disappear below you. As you go up and up and up into the air, you begin to see across to a mountain range which you're heading towards. And this is to the east. You're heading to the east.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why I'm pointing because it makes no difference which way I point at a table right now. But you're heading east towards a mountain range. And to the right of that, and just before the mountain range, you begin to see a city, and you recognise this as Zrage, where you started your journey. But it's far, far away in the distance, along a kind of long river, turns into quite a wide open mouth river. Now this is going to be about a week's journey, so could I get you to all roll a d6 for me? And just let me know what your turtles are.
That's a 6.
It's a 6.
A d20.
D6.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, listen. 3.
3,
5.
5.
That's where we're going.
It's a little
3.
3 as well. Lovely stuff.
I'm really tempted to just summon a bulk aura every now and again and just let it drop off the side.
Why?
No.
Laugh.
We've got the slots to do it.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of like just kids throwing stuff off of like an overpass. So you could cause so much damage.
Yeah.
Why not?
In the middle of the woods, the countryside. Alright, cool. What now?
That is beautiful.
No, I didn't say I did it. I just said I was tempted.
Mate, do it. Why not? See what fucking happens. I dare you. I double dare you. Okay. With your scores or your results there, you continue ascending into the clouds. And as day turns to night, you eventually get to a point where you're way above the clouds. The ground below you is, there's no real visible detail. And as night comes around, from your vantage point, you have a beautiful view of the sky and the stars above. It's the clearest any of you have ever seen. From where you've been in the smog and the dirt of the cities, and you've seen dense clouds, but now all you see is the dark expanse above, dotted with stars, constellations, and galaxies. It's beautiful, really. It's quite pretty. This isn't the only time you get this, of course, because you're travelling for about 7 days. So you get this day to night cycle where from day you're above the entire continent. All you can see is cloud cover at points, mountain ranges breaking through the clouds, occasional open patches. Who's got the highest passive perception around the table?
Definitely not me.
I've got a 15.
Okay.
Passive perception, the 18.
18. Unless any of you want to actively spend some time looking at the view, don't worry if you don't, but if you do, feel free to roll. For those of you with the highest passive perception, with the breaks in the cloud cover, as you're passing a very large, dense forest area, which again is thousands of feet up, but you can tell it's green, it's lush. You can see along one of the major kind of like dirt roads leading east, both of you see, 15's fine, a tight, what looks like, unit of soldiers, a battalion, moving to the east.
A rough guess from this distance, how many soldiers?
About 1,000,
Wow. Okay.
maybe more, give or take.
Well,
With all sorts of cavalry and other things as well.
Yeah.
Again, the detail of it would be trickier to tell, but
anyone that's up and about, I'll point it out to them.
you can see the dust rising as it moves across the landscape below. But yeah.
Mate, didn't even fucking Bulbers now. No, I'm kidding. Don't do it. Don't do that.
okay.
Don't do that.
Oh, it started rolling back in his head.
Just,
Nice.
Lucian sees this hanging over the edge of the airship, just smoking, just shaking his head, thinking, what a world, eh?
What world,
What have we got ourselves in for?
Beautiful.
It's all a
doing that
big
on top?
joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
You doing that on top?
On top?
Yeah.
On the top deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's what we're saving here. That's what we're trying to save.
I know. Sometimes you just think, hey, I prefer being up here than down there.
Perhaps these next few days will change that opinion. And you have a positive effect on the people beneath us.
Well, I hope so. I feel like I give a fresh start, but for someone else's agenda.
Well, once we kill this alien, you will be free to choose your own path.
That itself is alien to me.
If you're after like some work, using your skill set, I know some people.
Maybe I just wander Earth, see what about.
Offers there if you want it.
Always use work. Takes another drag.
And as you continue on, who's holding the sending stones?
So actually I did have one of them, but I just gave it to Lebanon
Okay.
earlier on. But yeah, so I'll take it back. Give me that back.
So now you've got 3.
Oh, okay.
Well, across all of you.
How do I hold all these
Which
sending
one's
stones?
which? You've got one which is. It's a burner.
I got a burner sending stone. Yeah, that just goes over the side of the ship.
Toilet really quickly.
It's just going over the ship.
It's a cheap Nokia.
It's just a sim only, it's fine.
Prepaid.
Yeah, now one of them is the twin to the one that's in Zragate.
Yeah, and then the other two are just
Local.
Yeah.
Local chap versus, long distance. And whoever's holding the one that's long distance to Zragate, is it you?
I took the one that Lovenor had.
Oh, okay.
That's to the general.
Yeah.
The guy on the ship.
Yeah, because I took it and then you were like, Arcaximus went.
Oh, okay, so you've got the one to General S,
Yes.
and you can have the two that are twin.
Fine.
Cool.
Twins, Basil.
Twins, Basil.
Why are we reluctant to let her know what's going on?
How long have we been travelling on? 3 days, right? To get there.
Yeah, I'd say
And
total
now
time will be
in
7
it.
days.
Yeah,
It's probably
yeah.
about a day or 2. No, 2 days in.
At this point, even if they were to send more people after us to do whatever, they're not going to be there in time. We've got a 2-day lead. There's no harm in letting them know what we're up to.
So even if they are compromised, it will not. But they could send a word ahead of our plans.
They already know that we're coming.
Mm.
We met Matey Boy in his lovely purple robes last time.
Was she there for the zucchini?
I don't think
Oh,
you
just-
discussed.
your concern is
I
that
don't think you
that's-
discussed it in front of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, quite possibly in the time we've been away, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And yes, you're quite right in that their ability would be limited and to how it would affect us, but information is
We'll take
power.
the risk, yeah. No, fair enough.
We should have thought about a third, fourth level.
So many layers deep. Well, if you don't initiate contact with the general, Finn, as you're holding the sending stone, you receive
Just working on my rod.
Kinky. You receive a message.
Shake weight.
I just found it below deck.
You are currently
Oh, it's hanging a bit muffled. It's in my pocket.
in possession of an experimental airship. You haven't reported in and beginning to worry. Update me. Hess.
It's all on you.
Is it once a day that you can use it?
So she's done that, you can message back.
Does it go into my head?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey.
What are you doing?
Yeah, everything's all good. We took out the fret. Now moving to another fret. Zucchini. Monintir. Bye.
That's what she gets.
Well,
Cool, that's fine. There's that. You continue on, another day's travel, and you again still kind of passing at this point over this large forested area that kind of stretches from horizon to horizon, from where you are at least, east to west, and north and south of that as you continue on. Again, those of you with the highest passive perception, to the north of where you are, you can see a city in a very large, wide bay area. For those of you who have travelled, you would know this is the city of Trespol. And emerging from that city is another column of soldiers. At this point, you'd know there's a kind of viewing thing on deck.
Spyglass.
Spyglass. So you can utilise that if you so wish to get a bit of a better idea. But yeah, another large battalion of troops leaving Trespol.
And just for the sake of understanding, they're not fighting each other. They're all heading to this one place because their understanding is there's a threat that needs a consolidated effort to.
The last that you three heard about it, technically you're not in the loop with this.
So I'm trying to piece it together as we're flying.
Yeah, as far as you're aware, these are just armies on the move. To you three, because again you have a high passive perception, so you'd see this, Lucian. You know that these armies are marching towards Wysel under the impression that war on the continent's been declared, and they're going for a ruck essentially. As a kind of revenge for the assassination in Zragate, for the attack at Summer's Close. So that's what you three know that they're going there to do, but they've been told to not spill blood just yet. They're being told to hold the line, but go there to kind of raise the stakes somewhat. Saber rattling would be the term I would use.
In the worst case, let's say we arrive at Monintir. How far is that from where these boys are headed?
close.
Is there a means of contacting their superiors on short notice to request we move them further up?
Got Wysel.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just thinking in the event that we don't succeed and we want this threat eliminated, I'll tell you, several thousand strong army is a pretty good bet. Unless that's what they want.
Or just call them on the phone.
And tell us.
If we're about to fall in battle, then that could be the Hail Mary.
Alright, we've got that in our back pocket if we need it.
Or indeed, that could be a negotiation tool if we were to come face to face. And threaten him with the power of...
We've got a 3,000 strong army at your doorstep.
Surrender now.
Prepare to fight, meow.
Nice. so probably about day 3 or so of travel. As you turn into day 4, day 5, you begin to leave the woodland behind you. Again, it's a dense, vast wooded area. What you would know is Morkwood begins to pass below you and behind you as you continue on. And now you see in the distance, the far east of the horizon, you see 2 mountain ranges that kind of block the horizon and dip down into a valley. And for those of you again that have travelled and recently been here, you would know that in the distance is Golden Pass, city that you visited from Wysol. And you can see this in the far distance. Those of you with the high passive perception again. And at this point you can share that there's a spyglass if anybody else wants to look, but I guess you'd share this message regardless. You can see at Golden Pass there is another army beginning to kind of stand its ground in the kind of space in front of the city. But you don't travel that far because you begin to take kind of southeasterly direction as you head towards the southern of these 2 mountain ranges and begin to continue. And this entire time you started your journey from the Rotas Isle as high as this arcane ship would go. Couldn't get any higher really, although technically could, because you know, fields of magic and air and all that kind of shit. But to stay within the gravity of the planet, you began to descend. So you are getting, as you're getting closer and closer to your destination, you are getting closer and closer to the floor of the Earth.
It's a long shot. Is there anything on the ship that would be poison-like?
Poison-like?
Yeah, like poison.
Are you asking?
I would
the
ask.
Crew? Yeah. Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, that's not bad. Persuasion. I'm very persuasive. That'd be an 18.
18. They're really candid with you. They're like, we've got some food that if it goes off will probably be pretty bad. But we're not really stocked for combat. I'm guessing that's what you want to use it for.
I was going to give it to the sneaky stabby man to put on his blades, yeah.
Got you. Yeah, no, we don't really have anything like that here.
Acid?
Don't think
Bombs.
so. Has a little jut around. Yeah, I mean you can hear me. Yeah, we don't really, you know, this isn't really it's a military vessel because it's commissioned by the military, but we don't really use it for...
Any explosives on board?
Not really, no.
Alright, never mind.
Again, we were told to pack light because
No, of course.
speed.
Yeah, that's alright. I'm just trying to think, you know, anything might give us a little advantage when we get there, but...
I thought you... Well, there was some stuff that was given to you, right? Before you left. Was there anything in there?
I'm incredibly greedy.
Right, okay, yeah.
If I'm
Right.
honest, I'm very rarely satisfied with what I'm given.
Fair.
Yeah,
Hey? Yeah. No, we don't.
that's alright.
But if there's anything left at Monintir, it's a mining town, so
That's true.
might have
Bit of dynamite or something.
explosives there, maybe.
Oh, lovely. And I'll flick him a gold coin.
Cheers. I appreciate that.
Let's spend that one in one place, yeah?
That's if we make it out of here.
Oh, well, you guys will be fine. You can fuck off whenever you like.
So you continue travelling. Now, you're probably about a day or so out from Monintir at this point. Is there anything you want to do, anything you want to prepare, anything you want to talk about, discuss before you get to your destination?
No.
Good thing we waited all that time.
Lucian's just going raw.
It's just
What's that?
No prep.
He's going to roar.
Actually, thinking about it, what kind of...
R-A-W-R. I guess she would respond actually, General Hess, to what
Yeah.
you said.
I'll tell you what's up.
It's almost like I should be
Hey, what's up?
DMing. So yeah, she responds, and you hear it because you are currently holding said sending stone.
Yeah. I'm shooting off Eldritch Blades. Eldritch Blades!
Blast.
Troops holding outside Wysol. Please update me on what enemy to be aware of? Don't break airship. Please. When are you attacking? Hess.
Hess out.
Hess out. Drops a stone.
I think that General Hess is.
I was. Oh shit! I was on the phone.
I don't want to. Wait, do I have? No, because I've got to respond, haven't I?
You don't have to respond immediately.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think that General Hess has like lost her mind because she's like speaking all weird and stuff. But anyway, she wants an update on what we're doing and told us not to break the ship. She said don't go breaking the ship.
We're not piloting
And
the
I
ship.
said I
Yeah.
couldn't if I tried. But
It's not on us.
If the ship breaks, if it breaks, it breaks.
That's life.
I think you
That's
let
life.
her know the truth.
I'll tell her the truth in 25 words or less.
Hit me. I'm
The
counting.
truth.
The thumbs and fingers are out.
So all the I think you might have took that on. All the armies are in on the ruse, right? They're just all bruising together.
On route.
At top level,
On route.
yes. At
But
a
the troops
soldier
themselves,
troop level,
yeah.
no, it's war.
It's
It's war.
What am I saying? We're like a day out. We're gonna kill the big head honcho.
yeah.
We may need you to like come if we can't make it.
We will call for you if we need you, and that's that.
Cool. Okay.
But
right.
we figure the less more people know, the better.
Okay. Hey. Hello, Hess.
You're
Can't count.
four
I'm not
down.
gonna count.
Can't count filler words.
I won't count them.
We are a day out. Less people know better. Going to kill head baddie.
In charge.
CEO.
Flash her outside.
We'll message again if we gon' die. Okay, bye.
Nice.
Nice. Well done.
Immediately someone after being like, oh, you haven't replied yet, you must not have got my last message.
Left on red. Why?
I showed you sword, please respond.
Where's the lasagna?
Right.
Okay, well we've called in with the head honchos. We're all ready and prepped. You are sufficiently sneaky looking, Lucy, Lucian, Lucius.
I might keep that one. Not that one. No,
Yeah,
too fairy.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being furry.
There is in my culture.
That no.
Not stoked that.
Well, I've got a healing potion. You've got a bunch of healing potions. Should you have said healing potions?
Yes, I feel like
Because you're
I'd
pretty
be.
frail.
Yes, but I am the one who
Not.
won't be on front line. So if you anything, I'm very observant. If anyone goes down in battle, I could be there to bring you back up.
I'll do my best to keep you guys standing as well. I've got a few tricks on my sleeve.
I think we're fine, honestly. We breezed through that last one.
That's not true. You nearly got your brain ache.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Are you all there?
I feel fine.
Inside check.
He's clean.
You-
I've cleared.
Well, as
Gave
long
me a
as
pat
you're
down.
clear,
Yeah. I've cleared. He's fine.
You need the sunglasses for that.
For now.
Where? Just get my rod out.
He's got the rod.
Yeah, right, so, okay. What went wrong in that last fight? I'll start. Lucian, just do more. Do more.
Do what they like to stay alive.
If you could avoid going up in the sky again, unless you like being in the sky, in which case I can make you fly.
No, I would certainly prefer not to have that happen again.
What if you're in control of it? Would that be better?
Well, you can't be in control if you're not out of control.
What I mean is I could put him... what does that mean?
Hate to see you out of it.
He's young.
It's what my La Familia would often say to me.
No, save your energy for other things.
Putting a hurt on him.
Indeed.
Yeah, right.
And in the various countering abilities you might have are very powerful indeed.
Yeah, it tends to do the trick, don't they? I'm like, fuck off, you're not doing that.
In as many words, yes. Save that rather than aiding myself. But otherwise, it was not as successful as it could have been on second thoughts, because we let that one escape. That is what we must stop from happening this time. That is what we need to plan ahead for, to make sure there is no escape. How do we achieve that?
Well, I mean, we could always, counter it.
But I understand having that capacity is fallible, though it's not foolproof. I suggest annihilation in as smallest window as possible.
Well, yeah, I feel like we got caught up with all the goobers. You just need to hit hard on the big, whoever's in charge, that squid face man.
Maybe leave anything small to myself.
If you see the opportunity to deal a lethal blow, you should take it though.
Yeah, I suppose you're used to handling small things.
Lethal blows.
I think he's making a point about your penis size.
What? No.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I am changeling.
He makes it whatever size he wants. Maybe he likes having a small one.
I just
More tactical.
Tactical penis.
I guess less drag.
It's very non-resistant.
Can you make it go into an innie?
We could try. I never.
Just a thought.
I try after. I don't want to get distracted.
Usually I'd be against such shenanigans, but on the eve of battle,
You need something to lighten mood. I pull trouser down now.
I think that would benefit
Everyone,
Let's
yeah.
get the old crew round.
and we'll all see you make it into an innie.
Okay, but I disguise myself as Finn when I do it.
Agreed.
Oh, what?
I've changed my face.
Do you summon the crew?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's this going on then? I've been
Everybody's
told there's
ship.
going to be an innie.
I'll pull out my lute and start like strumming and kind of like drumming up like, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for one hell of a show.
Everyone's there. Grey Castle.
Yeah. Stop the ship.
Entire cruise ship of the ship. Lovenor. All looking at two Finns.
One clothed and one that just looks like...
One dressed as Lucy. So I'll pull my trousers down.
Whoa, what's going on here?
It's trick. It's penis trick.
This is something that means a great deal to him. On the eve of battle, he's making sure that he fulfills his life's wish. Showing you his weird cock.
See tactical advantage, so you may want to consider.
Right.
The old boy's out. What would you like me to roll?
What?
Is there a roll?
A dick check? No, I don't think there's a roll. I don't think there's a roll because it's just a feat
just
that
make
you do.
It's a
Make it an innie.
performance check, if anything.
No, yeah, there could be that attached to it. Yeah, go on then. Advantage.
Try and bless him.
Advantage from John.
16.
16.
Yeah.
They seem
Was
pretty
very close to getting that 20.
on dick check.
Comes at you.
They're all glued to your crotch, so
So-
fire away.
on a 16, it kind of gets a little bit of time to go. and then suddenly, nothing. Looked like a Ken doll. And then he's just stood there, like angel finishing a magic trick. White hair comes back.
Round of applause
And
starts
Lucian, that he recognised, pulls his trousers off.
around the crew.
Relights the cigarette.
I'm not sure what culture that's from, but I'm really glad you could do that for us.
Sometimes there are just things you want to test your body's limits. And I think I accomplished that tonight. So if you remember anything of me, it's that I could do pretty much anything.
Including an indie.
Including in the
Impressive.
would be embarrassing for most people, but for me, I don't give a shit.
Your dedication to the pre-battle camaraderie is commendable.
I hope I boost morale, and I would not have done that for many people.
I certainly have found something new to fight for, so...
I would ask if there's any rum on board, any booze of any kind.
That we do stock.
Yeah, wonderful.
Plenty of it to go around.
I might suggest on the eve of our potential final encounter, a touch of revelry.
Captain Greycastle speaks up. He says, "Don't see why not. We're really not far out from being over Monintir anyway. Probably about an hour or so. We'll bring her over, and then we could have some drinks. Yeah.
High up enough they can't hear us, mind.
Oh yeah, no, we're still about a few thousand feet up, but we're above them.
John will, just kind of take his bag and everything off and, kind of doing his normal shtick, which is kind of quite like almost like Mighty Boston shipping up to Boston style, like, and it would just kind of be like dancing around the deck of the ship, trying to rouse everyone's spirits. Just to get people a bit jazzed before.
Give us a little performance check. Hit him with the good.
Performance. Oh, okay, that's great. That's 23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they are straight vibbing. The entire crew is vibbing to your jams. The drinks are flowing.
Hopefully, my compatriots are as well as the crew. Hopefully, they're getting something out of this. That's more the intent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stoically slamming my glaive on the deck of the ship in rhythm.
Lucian's got an arm over side the ship, just chilling, but he's just chatting up not chatting up, but schmoozing with the crew. So, yes, you got to visit Golden Pass after this. It's a beautiful time of year. Just don't get stabbed in by.
Nice. And Finn, what are you?
I am practicing sword moves whilst talking to Levistus, because serious business.
Serious business.
Super serial.
Was that Simon? Would you like to share the group?
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
Was Lucian playing that on his phone on the deck?
No, he was showing the different voices he could do. That's it.
Nice. So late afternoon turns into evening turns into the deep dark of night. It's quite a clear sky. There's not really much wind from where you are, so high up. And the night continues on into the early hours. Now, who's staying up latest?
I would say fairly late.
Cool.
I still want to get like a decent rest before wherever we go, but I'm not in any rush to leave there. Like, I want to make sure the party keeps going as long as it makes sense.
I'll be first to bed early, get much sleep to be as prepared as possible.
Cool. Anyone else staying up later? Don't worry if you know.
Nope.
Cool. Well, for you, John, are you on the deck at the moment? Are
I
you?
can imagine so, yeah.
Obviously, it's pitch black at night, but before you see anything, you start to hear a very low level.
Does it sound like it's coming from on the ship or off the?
Sounds like it's below the ship.
I would lean over the edge and try and ascertain what the fuck that's coming from.
Perception check for me. And as you're doing this, this hum is getting louder.
And more rapid. Nice.
Dog fight.
17 plus 8?
25.
25.
It's 25, yeah. Directly below the ship, you can start to see this blue light, which initially just looks like the light in the distance from a building, just very small blue light. And it starts to grow and get larger and bigger, and it starts to illuminate from where you see, thousands of feet up in the air. It starts to illuminate the mountain ranges around it as the sound is getting louder and louder, to a point where it's becoming quite difficult to hear anything other than that sound. So all of you that are asleep at this point would be woken up by this pulsating sound.
What's that noise?
And you are having to shout over the sound of it. That's, yeah.
You try sleeping here.
Do you all head up to the deck?
Oh, rude. Yeah, I have
Yes.
In my PJs, I head on up.
PJs, yeah.
a nightgown, starch cap,
I've got some slippers on.
torch.
Who's there? The crew also begin to gather on deck, and they're all looking over the side of the ship.
Is it directly below us or is it like kind of off to...
Directly below you.
I would probably try and find the captain and be like, can we move?
No, it's not a bad idea. I think everybody should get to their battle stations. Everybody should start collecting all their equipment. Don't know what this is, but let's start moving around.
I can have a quick look if you want.
At that point, a blue beam of light comes up from this mountain range directly towards the ship.
Are we being Hammer of Dawned?
No, this is coming up. Only go down.
As it punctures through the bottom of the ship.
Fuck.
Artillery!
You just hear Greycross go, right, turn the ship to the... And as the ship starts turning, it's just cutting across the deck of the ship.
Evasive manoeuvres!
This guy's an idiot.
As he's pulling around, it's just taking out the fucking all of the wood, all the ship's beams are all just coming down. What are you guys doing?
Abandoned ship!
I'm readying Featherfall. I'm not going to cast it yet, but I'm preparing to cast Featherfall.
yeah.
I'll be looking at you, making sure that's happening. You've done it once before.
You still in your PJs?
I mean, I don't sleep with armour on, so I've got PJs on.
It's an action to don your armour, right?
Yeah.
Nah, it's got to be longer than that, surely.
I don't know.
We'll say you're in a time scale right now, okay? So you've got time
Like a
to
priority of not
potentially
being
figure out the ship as it's falling apart mid-air, as this beam is just cutting across the deck, as the ship's being turned.
Is the ship sliced?
It's beginning to slice
Is the beam
across.
static and as the ship's moving, it's cutting through it?
Yeah.
I want to try and go back down to see if I can grab my stuff.
Okay, so that'd be a movement and a dash. So that'd be 6 seconds.
Okay.
So you then have another 6 seconds to get your things.
Okay.
You're now below deck.
It only takes 5 minutes to put on armour.
You got time.
Yeah, there you go.
Haste, that'll be 2.5.
Yeah, I'll have the spell ready.
Yeah.
I'll be watching to see the damage, like the extent of the damage to the ship, and is it going to hold once we clear the beam?
The captain begins to see that the ship is just getting fucking cut through the middle. So he goes, no, take a full stop! And he brings it to a stop, but it's kind of now teetering in this beamed area, and it's kind of like half the ship is cut through at this point.
So kind of like regular ship, but big wedge cut in the
Big
side
fucking
of it.
wedge cut out the side of it, yeah.
Okay, but we're still airborne.
Just.
We're not losing altitude.
No.
Okay. Still got the spell at hand. I'm ready to cast it if we need it. But
This blue beam, by the way, is now just descending into the heavens, and it just keeps going. And the sound is deafening.
Wait. Where's Lavanor?
He's on deck.
Yeah, straight away.
If you look closely at the floor, it's him going, "Ah!" No, yeah, he's on deck. He's like, right, we should get the fuck out of there, right, lads?
Yeah.
If we can land the ship, we should do that.
Just grab your things, let's just fucking go.
We can't leave these men to die.
Self-preservation comes to
We're
mind.
here to protect these kinds of
Oh
people.
no, they were here to do a job and help us to do the job. Your sacrifices will be told in song.
it'll be easier.
Jump over the side.
It'll be easier for them to get away, knowing that we're down there doing what we need to do. They can focus on maintaining this.
Alright, what's the captain's name again, sorry?
Grey Castle.
Okay. You're visibly ready, right? To slow.
Oh yeah.
Get your men out of here, Grey
The
Castle!
sound begins to dip,
Is the beam dissipating?
and then it starts up again, and it now just and just the entire ship in the centre just explodes outwards
Yeah.
as the two different halves of the ship just
How many
begin
people can
to
you
break
say?
mid-air.
I like-
Titanic,
that's a good
opposite
question.
ends.
Just grab my nose, scuba dive backwards.
There are just like men jumping overboard, just
Have they got
screaming.
parachutes? Come on.
Parachutes?
It's a ship that it's not a surprise airship. It's just to go into the
It's
sky.
like magic. They don't have parachutes.
Well, they might have like a big cloth or something.
Yeah, they don't have a bed sheet.
Yeah, they've just got a towel. They're holding it up either
Yeah,
end.
but it's not like
By
high
the-
technology to
Right.
just have some material attached to you to slow your fall.
By the panic and the screams, they're not used to this kind of thing, and the ship is just falling to pieces mid-air.
Fuck.
And they don't seem like they're prepared for this either.
I can do featherfall on 5 people.
No.
So that'd be us and Lavanor.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. Or
Which
the
is-
captain.
Well,
Finally, we can kill him.
They're greater good.
If the ship's going, we gotta go.
As you go overboard and begin
like
to
one of those-
fall,
Jump
through
back
the air.
first with the guitar, just like.
plummeting through the air
I
we were
will.
holding hands.
at high speed.
I will cast bless on some of the people who are dropping out of the ship that aren't us.
It's like spitting on a
I
fire.
hope that D4 will mitigate some of that 80d6 damage that they're about to receive.
You just see them tumbling through the air. They're not slowing down. Yep.
I still shoot bless at them. I don't want them to die.
No, fair enough. As you begin falling through the air at quite the speed, and it's pitch black at night, and all you can see still is this blue light blue beam coming up from the mountain range below.
But we can see the beam coming
You can
up, so
see
we can
where-
kind of judge distance on
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna-
Above you is just the ship just mid-air.
Probably
So I
save
can hold.
them.
I can do featherfall for a minute.
Oh yeah, so wait until we need it. Yeah.
So I'm waiting until we're relatively close to the ground, but
Yeah.
not so close that we're going to eat dirt. And then, assuming that, if we've got time in the fall, I'm going to check to make sure everyone's around, and then pull them to me if I need to, just so they're within the 60-foot range of the spell.
Love that.
A
Yeah.
super easy question for you, DM.
Yes, sir.
When descending at terminal velocity, what kind of effect does that have on teleportation magic?
Oh, don't do conservation of momentum is the number one. I would suggest it doesn't.
It's fine.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we really that attached to Are we really that attached to this?
I mean, my guy is. If you don't care about them, you don't have to. We definitely can't talk at this point.
Yeah, you are making a judgment call as your.
I will hold out my glaive though, got this pointy end to just help someone to grab onto it, and we can stick together at least.
Just as a point of order as well, from last time you did the jump over the aisle, you know roughly when to time this. We won't make you figure it out.
Okay.
Even though it's panic.
Holding until not the last possible minute, but till it makes sense, and I'm kind of confident we've done as much as we can to mitigate some of this.
Love that. Nice. So yeah, you are still just barreling through.
I will try and be a good person because that is what Finn is, and I will try.
You're a hero.
Yeah,
Exactly. I'm not though. and try and dive towards someone with a mustache all of a sudden.
Yeah, no. Some of the crew at this point have been falling and they're just out of sight. They haven't had control over their fall and they're gone.
That ones are blessed. They need better.
Did they make it?
Did they make it?
We'll say that 2 or 3 of them are within line of sight.
Cool.
Can we see the captain?
That's him holding the bell. Apparently, he's gone down with the ship.
It should go down with the ship.
Yeah. If you want to roll a perception check, at the moment there are just you recognise your group because you're all near each other. For them, it's just you couldn't tell one person from another at the distance the other people are. 13. You can't see him specifically. Could be one of the people that are in line of sight, but
I'll go for the closest one.
okay, cool. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and fall towards them, and I will grab a hold of them and thunder step to the floor when it comes within 300 feet.
Okay, all right, cool.
No, not 300 feet. 90 feet.
That's tight because these guys are going to stop a long time before you, most likely.
Because it's what rate are we falling? It's
terminal velocity,
what, like
high speed.
9.8 meters per that's what? Yeah, what's that? 9.8 meters per second.
Yeah,
Maths.
maths, science. This is the fun bit of D&D, the maths bit.
200 kilometres an hour.
9.8 meters per second squared is the rate at which it will gain
It's not
speed
gonna take
towards the
long
ground.
for us
That's
to get
acceleration.
No,
That's
this is all happening
belly
very
to earth
quickly.
position.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I wouldn't know that he's doing that, so he'd still be one of the ones targeted by Featherfall.
You,
Yep.
He would bounce far later.
if you're doing that, you're going at about almost 100 kilometres faster than us.
Cool.
Oh, so if he's out of range,
Out of range of Featherfall.
240 to
I'll grab
290. so
any
you
other
could be still-
person that is in range within 60 feet of me to Featherfall down as well.
Okay, cool. You'd have to move the entire group, so you have to be within touch, is it?
No,
No?
within 60
60
feet
feet.
of me. Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Yes, we'll say you can get another one of the crew as they're falling through the air. And you can get to another one of the crew
Hey!
as you keep falling through the air. You are at the highest speed now with them as well.
Which eyes are screaming.
Yes, and it is loud, like it is just.
Who paid you?
As you guys, your group of 6 with your other crew member, who at this distance isn't the captain, come to a slowing down of your momentum. For you, you're just. How many kilometers per minute per second?
200. Oh wait, you.
Yeah.
240 to 290.
You are fucking
Okay,
speeding.
so he takes a...
Highway to.
But I get to him though,
Yeah, you get to him. You get
cool.
to him.
I grab this guy and then just as soon as it seems viable, I'm going to cast Thunderstep and there's just going to be a loud, cacophonous bang of thunder that can be heard up to 300 feet away.
Nice. You guys might still hear them from the distance you are from them. Yeah.
There's just a flash of light like
Would it be partially drowned out by the thrumming
sound.
of the
the beam,
Yeah.
the wind, everything. Yeah. But you all get to the floor. A few seconds or maybe minute later, you guys slowly, just calmly descend alongside.
I'm so glad I saved you.
He's just like, you can't tell if he's crying or if it's tears from the wind, but the guy that you saved is just like this.
hyperventilating.
Yeah, like
You did a very brave thing, Finn.
Catching the light.
Yeah, it's just like massive.
I walk over to him and be like, this will help the climb down. And it's a straight, it's not a rolling.
Oh, he's getting the big ones.
Let me light that for you.
So two of them are with us, right?
2 of them are with you.
I get my water skin out.
You need oxygen, Flynn, not this.
It's okay. It's okay. Let it walk it up.
As around you start hearing
Oh,
as just debris from above is just landing all around you.
very makeshift.
Just like plank of wood just
I,
buries itself into the ground next to you.
Get up and like hoist the guy that we got on my shoulders. Kind of nod to the others and make a move into if there's some like woodland, like anything like that nearby, something that might obscure us slightly from.
I'll grab Finn to pull him up.
You guys are on the
the
side
other
of a mountain range currently.
You can do
and out of this mountain range is still that blue beam going into the sky.
You're heading that
There's
direction then.
not much cover. There's probably some shrub and some kind of like overhanging rocks, but nothing too.
Ideally something that's overhanging slightly just to give us a bit of cover from the debris.
Yeah.
But I'd try and find that and then duck in there.
You take maybe.
For us to take a minute just to collect
Take a
ourselves
minute.
because what the fuck was that?
Indeed, they knew we were coming.
Does anybody not have a fucking shield to protect from this torturous rain?
I mean, I've got
Shields are a
my own
crutch.
shield.
Well, protect yourself.
I mean, I haven't needed to
What
yet.
rocks? We've ducked into little rocky outcrop.
Yeah, it's just like bits of ship, like rope, big old timber beams just into the mountainside
retroactively
next to
said
you.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to, gossip, but the only person that we told that we were coming here was General Hess. Oh, sorry, I told General Hess that we were coming here.
But also there's the man that got away.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have known that we were like here.
If they were looking for us, they might.
I think we're dealing with things beyond comprehension.
Let us assume the enemy.
Is everyone else other than right here?
That's a very. You are learning. I will tell these two little shipmates. They're just generic shipmates, right? No,
Yeah.
no,
No,
precious.
then
Head to Weissel and await further instructions. Get out of here.
okay.
Get.
All right. Yeah.
You can't, everybody on that ship is dead now, so just go.
All right. I've got us twice. Thanks. Really, thank you.
There is a realm helped you, Finn Dragonheart. Bye.
And they head off into the night. They're like, which direction are we going? I don't know.
West.
Where's that? It's dark.
Wait, you got the
Yeah,
the
you tell them
Which
where
way is
west
west?
I've got the, oh,
Lucian.
yeah.
Just tell them where West is.
And just tell them.
I tell them where West is.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks. And they just start running off into the night, just crying.
Hopefully they don't get pummeled by some
Yeah.
debris.
Yeah.
We haven't got time. Well, I mean, we've waited a bit.
Just the
a minute
whole
or-
ship collapses on them.
There'll be
Yeah.
time, yeah.
In terms of the two sections of the ship,
Yeah.
given that they were aloft by some arcane means, are they slowly descending or is it pretty rapid? Have they hit terra firma yet? Or?
The bulk of it has, but again, as you were falling, you saw both sections just explode out. So
Right.
turn themselves into shrapnel. So
Well,
Yeah, I would have waited until there wasn't like
bits fall.
rains of metal. Like, they take 2 steps out. Well, we tried.
That's a big splinter.
whilst we're waiting for all this debris, we should probably take a short rest and get going, shouldn't we?
You chose to save that man.
Finn did. I didn't.
Once it is safe to do so, we must not tarry.
Tarry.
And that
Ooh.
beam is still just going up into the night sky. It's not. And the sound is you're getting more accustomed to it being background sounds. You're kind of filtering it out, but it's still just as loud.
So I haven't heard of an energy crisis.
I think that's pretty clearly where we're heading, right?
Yes.
I think it'd be wise to think that is part of our problem.
Lavanord's with us as well, right? You caught him in the slave fall.
Yeah.
1 round of zucchini. Make sure everyone's on the level.
Zucchini.
You are all on the level. You're
Good.
all zucchini.
And a short rest, right?
And nope. Immediately, as quick as you can.
It's
Right.
like 30 minutes.
Nope. Well, if you want to take the time, you can.
Yeah, they already know that we're here. Would you rather us be at full strength?
Can I just carry him if he needs to have a little nap, like a baby?
You
Just jump on my back if you must rest.
would you get exhaustion from doing something like that? A physical feat as such?
I'm strong.
Yeah, he's strong, and I'm well weak. I've got 7
What's the strength?
strength.
Give us a strength check. Then
Nice. 20 over 20, 17 plus 5.
fine. Yeah. If you want to do that and have a short rest,
Can I
Like
specifically ask
C-3PO
for,
on the back of-
Fireman's carry.
yeah.
Yeah. Arse flapping around.
It's a good ass.
You need to take some time to put your armor on, though, right?
I thought I already did that.
No, I thought you just grabbed it.
No, I thought
There was definitely no time to do
You can't put it
shit.
on.
everybody kept saying, "Hurry up and get your armor on."
Nah.
Probably
Okay.
got the leggings on.
Yeah, the bottom
Even
half.
more reason to have a short rest because I don't have my clothes on.
Put it on while we move.
Step into it. Yeah.
Step into Christmas.
Get dressed and then we're going.
Oh, Dad!
So, which way are you heading?
You're still in your pajamas.
To the blue beam.
Heading towards the blue beam. Alright. So, you continue walking up, and you're currently further down the mountain. You're not on the kind of basin floor level, but you're definitely midway up it where you've landed. And you continue up in towards an area which you were heading to this whole time, Monintir. As you arrive and keep climbing up the side of this mountain, you get to this kind of wooded, kind of like, I don't know how Viking settlements have those like wooden kind of gates, gatehouses and things like that, and gates and walls. Well, you get to something along those lines, but it's pretty much fucking annihilated. Like, there is no building there to be seen. There is just a crater in the ground, and out of that crater is this blue beam. It's just pouring out of this area. It gets louder as you get closer to it, so you wouldn't really be able to hear much of a conversation between each other. But as you pass through the gates of Monintir, what was Monintir, yeah, there is just destroyed debris, buildings, mining. What you could gather was once mining equipment, but yeah, it's pretty fucked.
Seems like a very outside chance, but what might look like an outpost or something like that. Can I do a quick scout around to see if there's any dynamite, any pickaxes?
Can I assist with that?
Yeah, go for it. Have some advantage.
Was that investigation?
Yeah.
Uh,
13.
Yeah, that's not going to be bad.
And looking for some. You find plenty of pickaxes, utensils like that. You find a stick of dynamite.
Okay.
I don't know what you'd roll to know how powerful it is or what damage it could do, but
Not probably what I'm familiar with.
no.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but I'd know that it's explosive.
Yeah.
I know what it is, not the extent of it.
You'd know, light it and throw it at the enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd pick that up.
Cool. But yeah, lots of other kind of.
I'd show the others be like. Going over the background.
Thumb up.
Put it in my
Nice
mouth like
slogan,
a
Harvey.
cigar. Put it in my mouth like a
I
cigar.
thought you said light it like a cigar.
Like the face from Murdoch from 18. Not the face.
Yeah, unlit stick of dynamite. Just
Nice.
patch on my bottom lip.
Yeah, do that. You know,
Nice. Okay, cool. So, keep heading towards the direction of this beam of light, and you begin to see that it is in a crater and it begins to dip down into the mountain range.
Anything that looks like the Rotas Isle, similar cave entrance, similar tunnels, similar glyphs on walls, anything that is similar to what we encountered there. That's what I'm looking for.
So you kind of really actively being aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, I'm looking for where to go to kill this.
Yeah. Okay.
And all we have to go on is their location they're in before. So.
Okay, cool. Roll a perception check as you're heading towards this blue beam of light.
9.
Nothing stands out that is recognisable as glyphs or anything like that. But what you can tell, and from what you know, is that this place was wiped out the night of Summer's Close. You have got a deep hole going into the ground in front of you, and it's
You have a deep hole.
you have a very deep hole,
Very deep.
and you are following it currently. So you probably get some solace in that as you're in the right track.
Deeper. We must continue. Press onwards.
Go deeper.
How long has it taken us to walk from the little cave we're in to where we are now?
Probably about 30 minutes.
Okay, he's still on my back then.
Yeah. Cool. Shing, shing, shing.
Remember this next time I require assistance.
Hey, I helped you when you were like levitating.
That's true. And now I'm making you levitate.
It's a weird old world.
Little
Makes you think.
It does.
little kiss on the booty.
Hello. Okay. So you continue. Sorry, go for it.
Oh no, I was just going to say, since I'm not really doing anything, I'll just try and keep an eye out. Are we going into like a cave, or we're just going into like a crater and there's like valley walls up along the sides?
You're going into a crater. This beam of light is coming from one end of it, and this crater just dips deeper and deeper into the mountainside.
I will keep an eye out for anybody watching us.
Roger that. Okie dokie.
Roger.
Keep your
So-
eyes peeled, you remember?
As you begin to delve deeper into this crater and heading towards this blue beam of light that's just piercing into the night sky, you keep going deeper and deeper, and you're probably travelling down and you're having to make your way down a series of kind of broken bits of the rock and the interior of the mountain, so it's not a super easy to follow path. You definitely got to kind of navigate it somewhat. Can I get marching order and who's at the front?
I'd probably be like central.
I'll be at the front, which means he's immediately behind me.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably bringing up the rear.
There you go then, and Lavanor in the middle as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Stick him in the middle.
Cool. Could I get like a survival check for you?
Also, I know that we've been like kind of slowly walking towards this giant beam. This isn't anything that any of us have ever kind of like seen.
No, never before.
No. 6.
6.
6.
Okay.
Come on! Kneeing you in the gut.
The path trod is not comfortable. There's a lot of slipping. I'm not going to give anyone a sprained ankle, but yeah, it is not easy to navigate because you are just kind of following this quite wide, quite deep, quite tall kind of cave as it goes down, but it is made of different parts of the mountain internally, which are jutting out, cutting across each other. It's tricky path to follow, but you continue on at a slower pace than you would if it was normal terrain, of course. And you carry on. You keep going until eventually.
I think I have a trait because I'm an Earth Genasi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't find like movement. I can move across difficult terrain made of earth or stone without expending any extra movement.
Then you keep getting ahead of the group.
I'm being like, what?
You just keep pacing ahead, and they'll be like, "Oh right, yeah."
Sorry, guys.
That's if you wish to scout ahead, perhaps now is the time.
Yeah, might as well actually, if I'm capable of. I'll not venture too far. Maybe no more than 60, 70 feet further up than the rest of the party. Enough that I could move in a dash
Cool.
back if I needed to.
Okay. At this point, you proceed on, and are you going stealthily? Are you just
Yes, I will cast Pass Without Trace.
pass without trace? Nice. And that's going to give everyone a plus 10 to stealth, right?
Correct.
We're about to move out of the range of that. What you're actually, is it on you or is it on I forget how it works.
Further shadows and silence radiates from you.
Yeah. So as soon as you move away from us, we won't.
So in that case, I'll move at the furthest end of that so 30 feet ahead.
So you kind of like keep.
So they're still in the
set.
in the range of it, but
Cool.
I'm still getting some extra.
Buzz in. Okay. So you continue on. It's just good to know for now. And you eventually, you see it first because you are leading the group. You come across a ship shape in front of you, but instead of it being made of conventional materials, you see it has flesh. It has different elements of blowholes, breathe holes, all sorts of tentacles. This is like nothing you've ever seen before. And eventually the rest of the group will catch up to it, and you are at the back of it, the stern. Who knows?
Sure.
You're at the back of the ship, and yeah, it is a fleshy, kind of beautifully ornate construction, but disgusting in the same sense. And you see it just lodged into the mountain, following through this path you've been treading so far. And
Kind of like Bootstrap Bill Turner.
and it's about, what is it, 50 foot? No, that's not it. About 100 foot high, 200 foot long, 120 foot wide, this ship. So it's quite a large, not 120 foot, no, 60 foot wide ship that is just embedded into the mountain.
Is that where the beam's coming from? Does that come from?
Where you started descending deeper, you don't really have as much sight on this beam anymore. You've kind of passed through it. Sorry, you passed into the mountain and it's now out of sight. You can still hear it above you, but where you've been travelling and walking for quite a few minutes now, it's just like a really low level hum, but it's not as... Yeah, you can actually hear each other talk and think again. Anyone doing anything? No, you've come across this?
Okay, Alpha. Okay, Maximus.
Yep.
Thanks.
Tip him.
At the front edge, I do the SEAL team like hold up, and then kind of get low.
Yeah, I'll take a knee with my glaive.
Yeah, I get low so that anything that like I imagine where like there's not really anything ahead of us, but I'll get low to the ground and kind of wait for them to catch up and point it out and be like, what the fuck is that?
This is nothing like I've ever seen before. Oh, Kira.
Or died.
You're familiar with these? Realise this things, right?
Roll a history check.
No, 5.
5.
So it begins. Nothing higher than a 10.
It with that, you know, it follows the kind of conventions of the enemy, how it's built, what it's built of. But yeah, you don't really. You know, it's a ship as well.
Yeah,
because of its just general shape. But
a ship for Sky. Yes.
yeah,
This is an enemy vessel. We are on the right path. This is a transportation that they use, much like the one that you've just.
Is it alive?
Is it asleep?
I would need to get closer.
Maybe don't do that.
you get stealth checks from everyone. Plus
But I
10.
still have the plus.
Yeah.
Oh, disadvantage though. That's cool.
29.
29.
25.
25.
Oh, hang on.
18.
18.
16.
16. Cool.
I might be higher than that actually. Yeah. 30.
Fuck. You're fine. You seem pretty well hidden. But from where you are, you begin to hear some clicking and some scuttling.
Immediately put my hand
No
on my
sounds?
dagger.
From the last encounter, you would recognise the sounds. Yeah, it's the brain dogs.
Yeah. kind of look around and be like, pointing to my head and then doing a woof woof.
Nice.
There's like a shadow on the wall.
Is this a fairly wide area or?
Yeah, so at the moment the kind of cavern that you are in, which kind of follows from behind the ship, is the same dimensions of the ship plus a bit more. So we're talking 60 foot across, probably 80 foot across the entire cavern, and yeah, probably about 100 foot high. So yeah, it's a pretty open, wide space with the ship at one end.
Should have said this. No, never mind. I was going to ask if there's any chance that we would have seen a spyglass fall from the ship.
Probably not.
Oh, one just landed here actually.
It just pops in. Oh yeah. No.
Still just rolling.
Yeah.
Should have looked for that at the time.
But yeah.
Just keep moving forwards then, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slowly.
Slowly.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you continue pushing up, you can see, for those of you with, if you're all taking a look out, roll perception. If not, I'll take highest passive perceptions.
Yeah, no, for sure.
18's
Okay.
Less than that, 13.
24.
24. What's that? Say it.
4.
Ooh.
I love that my perception checks have been shit this whole fucking campaign. It's great.
What a dullard.
So for you guys at that end,
I'm smart, just not wise.
13. Perception. 21.
Why is it?
21.
21.
21, 24,
13.
13. Okay. You guys at front there, you can see kind of, or you can hear and also visualize in your mind that these things are scuttling around on the ship, and in front of you, you see a few of them by the sides of the ship just scuttling around, making their way around the space. Some of them are climbing up onto the ship, up the side of it. Some of them are climbing off and going towards the front of the ship or continuing on from there. But you see probably about 4. You assume there are more.
Based on the noises and
Yeah.
so I'll kind of communicate that with the others. Be like, it's like 4 at least.
Pathetic.
That's easy. Kill him.
What about
We
focus?
don't need to engage this time.
If we can avoid it, fine. So
So we can go around the ship. Or does it look like we have to go through the
if
ship?
they're on the ship, because
Does,
it
yeah.
sounds
It's
it sounds
blocking
like
your path.
there's more of them
Then let's
on
just
the
keep
ship.
moving forward and just.
The ship is blocking your path, and they are.
This was probably what fell.
Ah.
Yeah. Small world.
As if.
How close are they?
We're about 60 foot out from you at the moment.
And obviously, in my mind's eye, I can see that 2 are sort of near each other or around the ship.
There's probably 4 that you can physically see. 2 kind of scuttling away from the ship down towards the front of it, and then another 2 kind of climbing up the side of the ship.
And we're coming around like the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're probably the left side of it, following along. And then you can hear. You can't see.
I'm not
more.
sure how many more.
I pull out my dagger.
Dagger.
Maybe I start picking them off.
Oh.
What did you think?
Wait, has anybody got a candle? We could chuck it
No
the
candle.
opposite way. No candles.
I mean, I have several candles.
Oh, okay.
That idea sounds less dangerous. Maybe we should do that.
Well, I just thought if you
dynamite.
get caught.
That would do it.
That would do it.
Light the dynamite,
Distraction.
chuck it,
Draw
they
the
run
small ones.
towards it, and then maybe they blow up.
And also we enter the ship.
Yeah.
Do it.
My strength isn't brilliant, I'm not the strongest. Who's got
Not
a
much
good arm
for
on?
throwing.
Ark, you're a pretty good thrower, I imagine.
It's more dex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Getting that one. Just falls on the floor.
Run. Bum, 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 bum.
However,
Yeah, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, Dex, in that case, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can throw it 60 feet away.
Yeah, so I'll essentially get as close as I can comfortably with the stealth that we've got.
I'll probably say you're 60 feet out from where you are.
Okay.
Like from them.
Yeah.
I want to kind of sidle up one of the walls that would, if the intellect devours had to run towards us to reach the exit, I kind of want to be there to pick any off.
Okay.
Have like a...
Let's help visualise this a little bit, shall we? If we whip that far end one out for a second. Sorry, love. I'll just take that out there.
So this one's going.
That one's going for now.
Get it out of it.
Au revoir, mes amis.
Yeah.
I shall have it this way around. That makes more sense. Visualise. So we're not rolling initiative.
your goals.
Not rolling initiative just yet, but
Oh, we're
What's
up.
in
We're
my-
coming at the booty end of the
we're
ship.
coming at the booty end.
We're Metal Gearing it.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
A new kind of Metal Gear. Metal Gear. Boss. Watch defect.
Colonel.
If you want to dish out your boys, that's you guys. And I'll let you call it wherever this boy is
Oh,
as
it's
well.
for a good cause.
Love it
It's,
all.
He died in the crash.
Oh, he died in the crash, did
Yeah,
he?
he died of fatigue.
Shit.
Just running to the cave is actually what finished him off.
You can either soak damage or deal damage.
Got love and all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need him. He's
Yeah.
one of the team. He's one of the gang. Unless he's the bad guy, and then we get rid of him.
I swear to God,
bad.
if he betrays us at the end,
I tell you, if
I'll just walk out of the fight.
I was DM and I had Pam just to be a tag along, vehicle for the DM, but we'll keep talking about how he's the bad guy, I'd be so tempted to make him the bad guy. So tempted.
11th hour,
Yeah.
to a knife, just like, yeah, there you go.
At the end of every session, I'll be like, oh fuck, should I make him the bad guy? Should I do it?
20, 30,
It's gonna
40, 50. So we'd be up like that here.
And I'm gonna fucking create a Bulgara up his ass.
The biggest. I told you so.
We
moment ever.
Bulgara. We got a Bulgara in your ass.
The moment we do a zucchini check,
Right in the crack.
Right in the crack.
ZC, and he doesn't Z. That's it.
Oh.
I'm gonna see him die.
It says xylophone instead. Joke off.
I'm stabbing him
You get stabbed
that
with
works.
what?
with my dick.
I just shit out my ass.
Nice.
I just shit on your dick.
Have you short rested then? Have you taken that?
Yeah. Well, that was the whole point of me being on your shoulder that entire time.
Yeah, but I don't know if you
because-
had enough time yet or not.
Well, he said it took half an hour
Ah,
to get
okay.
from
And then,
there.
alright.
Cool.
Shit, let's round up.
So this is a little visual representation of what you're up against currently. What would you like to do?
Was
Run.
Luthien?
So,
The thing somewhere.
hang on, who's this?
This is John.
That's John.
John, sorry.
Because you're ahead of us, I see.
10, 20, 30, and I'll be
Yeah, so I would want to sort of be here.
Oh,
Is that outside the blast radius?
of where are you from?
This dynamite stick has a blast radius of.
Well, we don't know.
You don't know. Yeah, you wouldn't know because.
None of us are.
Okay, I'll
Any
stay
of you
in line
proficient
with yourself.
explosives?
It would be. Like,
It's not my fault,
what's the
Ted.
closest thing that, like, my proficiencies
Probably
are.
candles.
Do a candle check.
I
Do a
mean,
barrel roll.
It's got a fuse.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got flame.
Yeah. I'll
wouldn't really call it a fuse.
Sacred flame.
And
Nice
Oh,
reference to fire.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah,
like
he's got
a-
it. He's got it.
Well done.
Well done, Nathan.
He's come full circle. Ladies and
Beginning to
gentlemen,
believe.
we got him.
It'd have to be intelligence, right?
Yeah, alright.
To know whether, like,
Now who's giving me an intelligence check on this dynamite?
I'm not going to bother.
Is
'cause
it just straight intelligence?
Like, my
Yeah.
intelligence is fine. It's not bad, but it's also like my background has no bearing on like munitions in any way. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Fair.
I just know that dynamite blows up.
Yeah.
Just using it as a distraction. So
Yeah,
as long
that's
as it's like it's far away from us and it's relatively away from where we
want it
need to go.
Yeah, we want it as far away as possible. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Fair.
have to take a gambit that that's far enough.
Have you got
Bless
a
you.
crossbow?
Bless you,
I've got a bow,
Do you want to shoot
like a
the
short
dynamite?
bow. I was thinking if I shove an arrow
Oh,
into
crossbow.
the bottom of the dynamite.
Ooh,
No,
I
that
would
don't
just
do
tie it to
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
fuck its integrity and it would just.
I've got a
fall
big
apart.
crossbow.
You'd be covered in dynamite.
That's
Okay,
use it.
yeah, that'd be more sturdy.
Big, heavy mofo.
If we, light it and
I'll allow it.
that will get me. That's much further than I can lob it.
Right, let's do this.
What's the range on it?
We're gonna up to 100, or up to 400 with disadvantage, but
100 feet would be much
Okay.
much further than I can
Do it.
throw it. So.
Day.
that's the crossbow.
It's just a ballista.
Yeah. They said heavy. One just assumed.
Didn't specify how heavy.
Mate, load it. It's a two-man job.
So if you pull back the, I'll place the dynamite there. I just need a light when you're ready. Where are we sending it? Like up here?
and we'll come this way round. Is that what we're?
Yeah, because they'll scuttle that way.
Fine.
Cool.
I believe so.
Okay.
So yeah.
You
Easy.
coming with?
Yeah.
So we'll head over this way.
And then I'll draw and ready my Hellfire dagger.
Nice.
If anyone wishes to spot for me, that might help with my aiming.
I will.
Yeah, pat on the back.
As he fires.
I need a spotter.
I'll inspire.
Nice.
Use one of my inspirations.
I'm just gonna.
You get this for 10 minutes, so if you don't need it now,
Alright.
then you've still got it for the next 10
Okay.
minutes.
Cool. Then over this side, and then we'll look to duck around this side.
It'd be a loot portrayal of AC/DC's TNT.
Nice.
Natural one.
I'll use the D8. Is it? Oh,
Ooh, baby.
nice.
Downstairs. Go quick.
13.
13.
Just aiming in
To-
an area.
Yeah.
To fire it off into
A direction is it you load it.
I don't use this.
TNT.
I'll
Bam, bam,
take
bam.
your shoulder candles and pop it, and then ding 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 ding
Go.
You hear an explosion. You hear.
Look at me, son.
And what are you doing now? In the seconds after the explosion.
heading up that way, pushing.
Stealth
Oh,
rush.
yeah.
As with the explosion, they scatter.
Scrubs.
They get up here. They get up here on deck.
Yes, stealth rushing, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 30 foot.
So, with that, you begin to hear. And you see little legs, little heads, little brains,
Little
just
boys.
bearing down,
So it didn't draw them in at all. It made them fucking run away.
and it pushed them all in that direction.
Because it was the other side from
Could I get you to roll initiative for me?
Oh,
This is the time. I'm going to use my Eldritch die to get a high initiative for once.
+4, lest I forget, to your initiative rolls.
cool. Oh, amazing.
Hey, that was actually not
Nice.
terrible.
+4.
Aura of the Sentinel.
21, 26.
Dude, I love this paladin class.
That's cool.
It's got some stank on it.
Some sauce.
Some sauce.
Some Worcestershire sauce.
Oh, so much sauce!
Oh, bro, don't even look at me like that with Worcestershire sauce gang.
Nice.
You're probably more Liam Perrins.
They both have fish in them, so.
Oh my god!
So
It's a no from me.
And there you
Right.
have it, listeners. He hates everybody that eats fish.
He's too good
Pescatarian.
for. He's too good for
Like-
Worcestershire sauce.
It's up my ass. Please. Muscle mummies listening to this episode.
Put all your eggs in one basket, huh?
Piss.
Piss and ink.
That's Worcester sauce.
Oh no, come on now, it's nice.
Yeah, like it's a nice crisp.
No,
Oh,
right.
it's good on cheese
That's
on
it.
toast. But you don't eat cheese.
Yeah.
'cause you're a vegan.
Yeah, cheese on toast with a little bit of Lean parents on there.
Oh,
boy.
Welsh rabbit, mate.
Who?
It's called a Welsh rabbit.
No, Welsh rabbit's slightly different. It's like a.
It's an animal.
More,
Yeah, it's pronounced rabbit, Simon, you idiot.
I'm washing my hands.
What are your initiatives then? What we got? Right, let's do 20 to, 25 to 20.
What was it from you, sorry?
26.
26.
Plus 4 or D4?
Plus one.
Off.
21.
Piss off.
21.
20 from me.
24 for me.
Ooh,
What did Lavanor get?
Top heavy.
24 from...
Advantage, baby.
Oh mate, I'm just gonna. No, I'm not gonna spam anything on these boys.
Lucian, what did you get?
20.
I'm going to use that much to shoot them away.
And then Lavanor.
Get away from me.
Leave.
Plus 4, plus 1. He gets the same.
Oh shit, yeah, that's banging.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
He gets 23.
And that's with this 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
23.
It's going to go
4.
right behind me.
So, as far as initiative, you guys all go first, with John being at the top of the initiative order. So from where you are, you can see them now looking over the side of the ship. Fun fact for you, they have not only blind sense, but they also can detect sentience, so...
So they know where they're.
Yeah.
Okay. I will cast Minor Illusion.
Okie dokie.
And I will have a scream in a slurpy, squid-esque voice. Come from around about here somewhere.
Shit.
Like a scream of pain.
Okay. With the intent of making them run away from it, or is this to scare them? Scare them.
So, not scare them, to make them be like,
Lure
oh, our
them.
masters are in trouble.
Got you, okay.
Yeah.
I'll get them to roll an intelligence check against it, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. It's an 18 on the dice, plus 1.
So they're probably the creature uses its action to examine the sound image. The creature can determine it's an illusion with a successful intelligence throw against my spell save, which I believe is 16. If it's intelligence of 16, then they know it's not real. If they don't succeed that, they think it's real and have to go.
So I just rolled intelligence, 18 on the die.
Then yeah, they.
That's for one of them, or are you running for them individually? Or...
Yeah, no. Let's make it fair. I'll roll for them. It's 13 plus 1, so that one of
That
them
one
fails.
believes that there's trouble somewhere further away from us.
Another 13. 17 plus 1.
So two of them, yeah.
So actually, out of the 4 that you're actually... Cool. They begin to turn and head towards this here. There is one more you haven't seen yet, which doesn't fall for it. But yeah, okay, nice. So you turn 3 of them away from you. Go and check out this thing. Do they head towards it? Like so.
And bonus action. No. Yeah, that's it from me for the time being.
Cool.
And I'm not gonna move. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move slightly further back. Just 10 feet back.
Nice. Cool. Love that. Right then, up next is... Yes.
Action. Never mind, yeah, it's fine.
Alright, cool. So up next is Archecthamus.
This guy with the big sword, right?
Big sexy
And is this blocked? Can I go in, or is there a door somewhere, or how does the side of the ship look for us?
The side of the ship
Yeah.
There's fleshy rigging.
Did you
want to climb it, you can.
all the way along the side? Or just to where you gesticulated?
Towards the centre here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I won't blow my abjure just yet.
We'll get spaff on.
Classic round one, bless up.
Hey.
The three of them.
Get the blessings out the building.
3.
One.
What about Lavenor?
Doesn't make the cut.
Nice.
Is Lavenor in the room with us now?
Technically, yeah.
What?
Do you want to get the box of status rings?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, thanks.
A bit behind the scenes there for you.
Yeah, shout out to, what are they called?
Status rings.
No, you fucking... I think it begins with a K.
Cock
Nah, take your time.
rings.
Craft X.
Shout out to Craft X.
You're a crafty boy.
Love their stuff.
You're all on this side of the ship, right?
Well, he handed it to me.
Take it up with him.
Nah, I put my teeth away. That was me punching something.
He's currently out cold on the floor. So you're blessing up. Who are you blessing again, sister?
These three.
These three.
My companions with me. In the room with us now. And then move forward and...
Bless you.
Blessings. Bless up.
Oh.
Oh no no no.
Concentration, so nothing else.
Yeah.
Which one's Lavenor? The little...
Yes.
Yeah, a little shit one. DM, question.
Fire away, son.
Is it dark in it?
Moonlight, blaze beams.
We're in a cave. It's dark in it.
There is a glow being emitted from the ship,
And my candles.
and the candles on his pauldrons.
You are a kind and generous DM.
Yeah, but it's not super bright. It's dim light,
Dimly lit.
dimly lit from the ship.
Alright.
All right.
That's me.
Cool. Up next is Lavenor, who, seeing you leading the charge, is going to move up as well.
Steal your sound!
20, 25, 30. He can only really get there, but
I
then
feel
he
like that's got to
could
give us like
go ahead and
That's blessed. That's the blessed.
dash. Can he dash as an action? Of course he can. Yes, he's going to dash, give himself some extra movement. Climbing, is that half your speed?
Yeah, unless you've got something to say otherwise.
Yeah, no, he
You
wouldn't.
something to say? You something to say about climbing? You said to me?
So he'd only get. He'd probably get halfway up the rigging, so we'll just put him there for now. And that is his go.
In the rigging.
Nice.
Listen properly.
Into the rigging. Into the rigging.
Next up is Finn. Finn, what are you doing, baby?
Right. So it's dimly lit in here.
Yeah.
It's lit! Can I see any of these brain dogs on the ship?
You can see one now. Three of the ones, well, the three others that you could see have just disappeared off after John has.
If I...
Yeah.
Is that with disadvantage as I do not have dark vision?
Yeah.
Fine.
So if you want to,
Eldritch Blast.
so you're going to Eldritch Blast the one that's hit.
The one that I can see.
All right, go for an attack with disadvantage, my boy.
Good boy. First one, natural one.
Yeah.
Second one is also not good. But not terrible. 16.
It hits.
Hey! There you go. That's 1d10 plus 5. Hey! That's 10 on the die, so that's 15 points of force damage.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, cool. 15, did you say?
Yeah. Nice
Nice.
damage. And then I guess, having almost died recently and not necessarily wanting to spend my limited resources, I will remain at a slight distance. I guess push back diagonally towards Danilo 10 feet. What?
Who's being pushed? Sorry?
Me.
Why are you being pushed?
Wait.
I'm moving.
Going backwards.
Are you this little
Towards you.
scrub?
Towards you.
Yeah.
The one that looks cool. Yeah.
Towards
you.
Me or Art?
You
No,
physically.
you. Physically you. With the pink jumper.
It's great, John.
You were the sexy boy in the corner.
Sexy boy.
Nice. That's you, right?
That's it.
Lucian, you're up.
Sweet. So,
Yeah.
we said it was dimly lit. What's the visibility like?
Dim light coming from the ship.
But disadvantage with range.
Yeah.
Unless you got dark vision.
I do not.
None of us do.
Yeah, we established
yeah.
none
First
of us.
campaign,
Sorry,
no
keep
dark
forgetting
vision. Well, no one.
It's the USP of this campaign. It's
Dark vision, never heard of it.
never heard of it.
I'm still going to try and fire off an arrow
Okay.
at the nearest brain door.
It'll be this one here. So yeah, roll with disadvantage.
Good dog.
+4. Oh, did you add your +4s? For bless.
One was a natural one and the second I hit anyway,
Oh,
so.
fine. You add yours. Yeah, that's not going up.
11.
Misses just.
So, okay.
Does it
Oh,
embed itself in the side of the ship?
Yeah, it's not a wood sound. It's like a.
Look at that.
after shooting the attack or something, I will use my connection to hide within the shadows. So maybe like just a side from the shadows.
It's dark. You can try and hide. Yeah, I know.
I'm aware.
Okay. Roll to hide.
But Lucian is not aware.
Fair enough. Lucian goes to hide.
It's what my character would do.
+4.
33 for nothing.
As far as he's aware,
We don't know you're there.
Yeah, actually, yeah, your comrades. Not a clue. Not a clue. All right, cool. Is that you then, my sweet?
That's everything, yeah.
Next up is the brain doggies. Question: do the brain dogs get another chance to figure this out?
Yeah, but we would also know that there's nothing sentient.
Yeah, sort of
over
like.
here.
Yeah, if they're spending the time looking,
Yeah.
by the time they get there, they would know that there's nothing.
Should we say that these three lose a round, but these two carry on with whatever they're doing?
If you think that's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look here. Yeah, the creature uses. If the creature uses its action to examine the sound or image, the creature can. Yeah. So if their action is to determine it, you wouldn't necessarily have rolled until their turn, but if you roll for them, then
Okay.
if you're happy to, you can say that.
So we'll lose that. We'll roll on the next, or
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's their turn investigating that thing. They'll find that there's nothing there, but those
And
two
then
still-
they'll crack on with their day. Cool. Right, these two then. This one is going to go ahead and can I get a intelligence saving throw from you, Arcaximus?
Is it charmed or frightened that it's going to do?
No, it's not.
It's not good. 7.
Fail.
With the oils and stuff.
+3 and a 4.
Oh.
I don't roll higher than 10. You know that.
This is 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh.
And
Go on.
then, as you failed, I'm going to roll.
You get your brain sucked.
What's your intelligence score?
10.
You're fine.
Getting brains.
So that's you. And then this one is going to use its movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. It's going to do the same thing to Lavanor. So I'll get him to do an intelligence saving throw.
He'll get +3.
+3, Dankeschön. He's going to need it because he's thick as shit. So that's. He's fine. So he takes a little bit of damage, but not as much. So he takes half weapons. So he takes 6 points of psychic damage, but doesn't get the worst of it. Nice, lovely. Next up in initiative is, as you guys are stood at the side of the ship, you just begin to hear this kind of like, and you see a figure walk up to the side of the ship, look down on you all.
Pathetic.
Oh.
He's emerged from the ship to do some damage on you. So here he comes. We have a Mindflayer.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
So let's see if he gets this. Okay, so can I get from Finn and can I get from John intelligence saving throws, please?
Yeah, I'm really far away,
With
so
a plus
they
4?
wouldn't want to
D4.
attack me.
Plus
'cause
D4.
they're like, that guy
God bless.
is long distance.
He seems like he
and you're
needs
not within
to
my
die.
aura, so just a D4.
Die.
Die now.
You're going to pay for
Well,
your
is
sin.
it intelligence?
Yes, love.
Sorry, can I unplug you now?
Not like this. Not like this.
16.
16. Success.
Hey.
And who else?
Nathan.
Lucian.
Yeah, no, Nathan
Oh.
for Finn. When you're ready, my love, can I
That
get a
D4 saved me.
intelligence
Oh,
saving
nice.
throw?
So I had a 9
Good.
and a 4. And then, oh, thank you so much. And then my plus 3.
18.
What am I doing?
Good. Made money
Intelligence.
with the D4 on top. A D4. And your D4. Nice. Might help.
No, that's it.
Cool. 25 points of damage for you, Finn.
Psychic.
Psychic damage, and half that for yourself.
So 12?
Yeah.
13?
Yeah, we'll round down 12. And then for you, Finn, you are stunned for 1 minute. Alright, cool. That is their go. They're then going to just back it up ever so slightly. And up at the top of it, it is you, John. What are you going to do?
Oh, stunned.
What am I going to do? Let me check something real quick.
Sorry, we're just TikTok dancing to the battle music, in case you wondered.
Do you want me to record
We're
that?
big TikTokers now.
We're-
if you didn't know.
We're big on TikTok.
He's stepped back, you're saying?
Yeah, he stepped back from line of sight.
Picture you can see.
It's a big bit of wood.
I
Didn't even like doing it.
Oh, what, you don't like doing that?
Not to an audience of boys.
Wow. I feel like we should do a calendar.
That's the idea. Me doing that is okay with the idea.
Fine.
Fine. If we have to be sexy, it's fine. I'll do
There you
it.
go, it's announced here, folks.
Can we give you like a couple more months so I can put on a bit more
charges
weight?
on that.
Let's get more
that's so
jacked,
cool.
you know?
Okay, sick.
Even more.
What are you up to, John?
I'm going to cast Fly
Sick.
on me,
Alright.
using my special loot that I was given by my mentor. I'm going to play a beautiful sequence of chords, and then you see me begin to float up into the sky.
He's flying.
And
They
then
fly
uses
now.
One charge of the
But you've got, I think.
citron. So now my movement is 60 feet for up to 10 minutes.
You will be concentrating though, or not maybe because of this thing.
I believe it's still concentration. Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I better roll as well.
You can fly.
What is it in terms of casting multiple spells?
So firstly, is because you sounded like you're using a special item. I think that still counts as casting the spell.
Yeah.
So that's just a regular spell on your action. You could not do a bonus action spell. Right?
But you can cast a. No, I can only cast a cantrip if it's a bonus action cantrip.
Yeah.
Then in that case, that is my turn. But I'm going to move
You're flying now.
a little bit further back. A little bit further back, just there. But now I've got line of sight of that bastard.
Yes.
And I just like,
See you.
see you, you fuck.
Nice. Alright. That's you.
Yeah, and I'll just shout at him, you need to floss, mate. You've got something in your teeth.
Alright, cool. Nice. Arky baby, you're up.
Can I? How high is this then to climb up? I was here.
We'd say if you wanted to get up onto the deck, it is your movement. I'll call it that.
Oh, okay, and then I could be here.
On deck.
And then I will abjure the extra planar and just climb up and then just shout, "Be gone!" And
It's a wave of divine energy.
get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of there.
Holy symbol, each aberration, and then a bunch of other things that don't matter. Within 30 feet that can hear must make a wisdom saving throw. And it's the same thing I did before when that little creature boy ran away.
Un momento, por
Make them
favor.
scale. Make them scale.
Get the fuck
Yeah? Yeah? Go for it. What are they rolling then against you?
Wisdom save.
Whiz saves from Alf.
And then maybe him if he's in there. Maybe.
He is a medium aberration. He is within
Hey, who the fuck's that?
30 feet.
Oh, he joined him.
Oh.
That's who
I've been
stunned
knocking
you.
around up here for ages, yeah.
Ah.
That's who stunned you.
You heard
Sucked your ear holes.
There's a plugging holes.
Oh, with your dick.
No, with my thumb.
Okay, right. Wisdom saves.
Yeah,
I'll
from
do.
all of them.
I'll do tentacle face first.
Is it extra spell save DC? I imagine so.
There's no challenge rating to that either.
It doesn't set. Well, it's to beat my spell save DC, I imagine. No. Yeah.
Because
In
with like
each-
Turn Undead, it's like
Yeah,
challenge rating 1 or something like that. But that's ridiculous.
And I think it's even, it might be half.
Let's find out. I'll double
Let's
check.
not nitpick.
These scrubs will go though. They're definitely with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
So this boy's wisdom save comes in at 17.
He makes it.
Okay.
But as I suspected he might.
But let's do.
Let's do the little brain doggies.
Predictable.
Irrelevant.
That is a. That is a 10 for one of them.
Oh yeah, no, brawl. Each aberration, celestial, elemental, or fey or fiend within 30 feet.
Mad.
Failed save, turned,
Cool.
and then all the rest of the stuff we talked about last time.
So far, one turned, one succeeds with a 19. Imagine.
Has to be 15.
Another one fails. Natural 20. Another one succeeds. One more left. 14.
Doesn't make it. Oh, it's not bad.
Three. Yeah.
That'll do.
So
Let's
three
do
of
that.
them. 3 of them turn. 2 of them stay. We'll say the 3 that were
Yeah, that's fine.
looking at this and still kind of spooked by whatever they think's there have now fucking bolted as well. So they have to just move, right?
Turn around.
Get away.
Wait, what is it Turn Undead?
Essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll just say they
But
use,
it
when it gets to them, we'll just say they use their motion.
Nice.
Yeah, using time movement to get away
get out.
from.
Yeah,
time
turn for a
movement.
minute or until it takes damage. I won't make the same joke I did last time.
Oh, go on.
Listen to it. Oh, I'm just sorry. I'm just reading from the rules.
It's a callback.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a callback. Yeah. Yeah, it uses its dash, or to try and escape from like a grapple or something, and then when it can't move any further, it just dodges.
Buzzing.
And then
They're
a
just
minute-
going to be doing this outside.
So this is round 2, is when they've now got to do it. So
They are going to be
Until we get to round
griddying down the
12.
side of that mountain in no time at all.
then they return.
Stunning.
So yes, be gone
As this
from this prime material plane.
Don't do that.
Oh no, it's not. My palm and fingers are very, very stretched apart. It's more an Iron Man thing.
Love that. Nice. All right, cool. Arky, that is you then. Up next is Commander Lovadon. He's going to use his movement to get up the rigging as well. He is going to be flanking this little
Get up the rigging.
brain doggy, and he'll get an advantage, I guess, because he's flanking technically with you.
Yeah.
So he's going
I'm
to
just looming down, anime looming down in the sky.
Yeah, that's
So
gonna
much
hit.
shadow
Yeah.
going up here.
And that's also gonna hit. So 2 attacks, both hit with his rapier. So he's gonna go for some damage. It's 15 points of damage over 2 attacks as he just climbs up the rigging and just slice with his rapier upon the IDs on the side of the ship. Nice. Next up is you, Finn. Now you were stunned by the
By the good looks of the DM, who's going to lower that DC for me, right?
Sorry, we'll get
I
to it.
joke, I
You
joke.
still get your +4.
So yeah, try and shake that shit.
Oh, wonderful shake.
D4.
Shake your booty.
For bless. You're still blessed. Saving throws.
Come on.
Mate, easy, light work. Nah, that is actually fine. 21.
You succeed, so you are no longer stunned, but that is your go to get out of it. So next up is Lithium baby. Shimmy that little baby off of that.
Oh, nice. I'll take that.
Thank you, sir. Lucian, what are you up to?
Smoking cigarette.
What else?
And my turn.
Smoke a coffee, drink a
Um,
cigarette.
Can I still see the one that I originally tried to attack?
Yes, yeah.
With that intention in mind, draw another arrow,
Yep.
pull out some oil,
Oh, he's cooking, I guess.
and then I just, thumb over the top like I'm sprinkling olive oil. Just sprinkle a little bit of oil onto the tip of the arrow.
Ooh.
Using cigarette.
Oh.
Dab it all over, like it's olive oil. And I'm assuming that'll be the end of my turn, because that's an action.
Yeah, you're
I like the
prepping.
idea that you like put it, like you knock it, but you're like,
Yeah.
while you're taking a drag, you light it then and
Also, that this olive oil, like you just got a bit of bread. You just also just
It's still classy.
Yeah.
It's balsamic.
yeah. Or
It's
something
really
glazed.
flammable balsamic.
It's
Nice.
not just bread, it's a baguette.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Slice
Sorry,
it.
I've got
And I already have
where my
like,
manners, of course.
the roasted garlic bulb, and I just
Oh,
scoop a little bit out and I spread it
You
across.
squeeze it out of the end of the
Oh,
bowl, right?
yeah.
That's
What do you
real.
squeeze out at the end of the
You
box?
just squeeze it like that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
But yeah, and then I just ready to aim.
So it's
Ready
lit.
aim.
It's lit.
It's lit.
Your arrow is
I
lit.
actually start brilliant.
Nice. All right. Thank you. Well, next up is the little brainy boys. So we'll do this one first of all. It's going to back away from. Yeah. Sorry, I just realised you were building up to that. He's backed away because he's going to go for you, Arky. He's not, because of where the ship is and where you are. He can't get flanking, but he's still going to go for some attacks on you. So first one.
I'm worried about it.
Oh, we're looking at the wrong character sheet. There we go. Where'd you get your car from, eh? It's lovely. What? I'm under what? So, with its first attack, does an 8 hit?
No.
Right.
Pathetic.
Right. Yeah. Sure. That's fine because he can do that, and then he's going to go ahead and can I get another intelligence saving throw from you, please?
Yes, you may.
No.
17.
17. So you succeed.
Nearly a 20.
So you're going to take half of this. So you take 5 points of psychic damage. Then the other one here is going to turn on you.
Annoyingly, still a concentration save though for that. Which is fine.
Why are you resistant to psychic?
It's a McGiff, baby.
That's
what he does, baby.
That's why I'm built to fight these things. it's not an accident that.
Does a 6 hit?
No.
Fine. These claw attacks are really doing damage, but I'll get another intelligence saving throw, please.
9.
Fail, so you're going to take 10 points of psychic damage, and then
Yes. Psychic resilience.
And what's your intelligence score?
10.
10. So it meets it. So with that,
Oh, you're fucked, mate.
equals or exceeds the target's intelligence score is reduced to 0.
You are fucked.
The target is stunned until it regains at least 1 point of intelligence.
Just get smart.
Get brain.
Where
That's not good.
So,
Ooh, which means Bless is probably gone.
I would
Yeah,
imagine
because you're
so.
like
Yeah.
comatose essentially.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, Bless has gone.
Okay. With that,
You're
up
a
next.
potato.
Because feeble mind even is like.
You can still do stuff, but you just can't use magic.
Up next is the Mindflayer.
Oh well, I abjured, which is the most important
You
thing.
You did
abjured.
your bit.
With that, the Mindflayer is going to go ahead and he's going to cast.
Who would have that? I haven't actually
We're
packed
just-
it,
Hey, who's this cleric? Hi, I'm Owain.
but... No, Lovenor's going to turn out to be boss man.
Who's this? Yeah, he's got a scroll of great restoration just in his back pocket.
Oh, this is one.
That wasn't a spell, was it?
It's there.
No, it's like a thing they have built in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It's telekinesis, Kyle.
And it's going to go ahead and try and grapple, well, tentacle attack, Lovenor. So it's going to go for an attack with its tenties. It's going to fucking
Tenties
miss
and
with a
massive.
3 on the dice. And that's its go. Melee weapon attack. Yeah. That's it. And he's going to see if that comes back. Nope. So yeah, it descends the stairs, tries to have a go at old Lovenor, flops it, still going. So, top of the round, John, Mr. Salt.
Yeah, John's not liking this. Seeing his friends get mobbed, so he's going to float over a little bit.
Nice. Over the ship,
Not over, just towards it, a bit closer.
so you can see what's going on.
Yeah. So in a 20-foot sphere here. What was the range? Oh, perfect. Yeah, good. So I'm going to do it just further towards me, so that Lovenor's not in it. And I'm going to release.
Music.
Where they all come from?
Synaptic static.
Okay, say that again. Sorry,
So
I was
I'm
resetting the
going to
music.
cast synaptic static.
Synaptic static.
20 foot. So I'm going to get everyone in that kind of circle, apart from Lovenor.
Oh, what here?
Yeah. Creatures with an intelligence score of 2 or lower can't be affected by the spell.
That's handy.
So
Nice.
So he's not going to take. Need them all to roll an intelligence saving throw. DC 16.
3 intelligence. There's a 4 there from one of the intellect devourers.
Okay.
There's a 6 from the other intellect devourer.
Mm-hmm.
And from the tentacle face, 14. Intelligence,
Yeah.
18.
Ah, piss. Okay, no worries. In that case, can I borrow 2d6?
Here's a push up just to show they're running off.
It's 1. Yeah.
D6? You got one? There you
Thank you
go.
very much.
Those up, brainy boys up a bit further.
So that is.
Forward.
5, 10,
They've Michael Bolton.
24 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, those brain dogs fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lovely.
So they are just crippled by, is it psychic damage?
It's like basically a psychic static. Just
You just see them kind of go down to like their fours and just their heads are turning, and then just bits of their brain start bubbling out the top,
popcorn.
and then just drop.
They're
dead.
If it happened to, if it happened to survive.
Oh, Lovenor was out of it. You did say.
Yeah, I
that,
said like a bit close enough here so
cool,
that
cool.
it gets them, but not them.
Carry on.
But they're dead, so it doesn't matter. Because they would have reduced the d6 for any roll that they made afterwards, which is lovely.
Nice.
Okay, that is my turn. And I'm going to move back just a touch. Out of sight of Tentacle Boy.
Beautiful pair.
Ideally. But I'll try and keep arc just in my field of vision.
Cool. Up next is Arcaximus, but I don't know what current state you're in, so reduced to 0, stunned. That's
Stunned
you.
is stunned.
It's done.
Yep,
Done.
he's done. Next up is Luvenur.
Some splash for brains.
Luvenor is going to try and get between, staying within melee, and get between you and Ark and the brain.
He's going to box it.
Tentacle boy. He's going, go on then, you fucker, I'll fucking have ya, you bastard. And he's going to go for some nice pew pews with his crossbow up close and personal because he can do.
Oh, hot back, isn't it?
Actually, no, fuck it. He's going to go rapier and then no, I'll go crossbow for both. So you can go for his attacks. 24 on the first one, and then 18 on the second one. So it's going to be a D8. It's 12. 14 points of damage on the Mindflayer. Nice. Alright. Up next, Finn. You are no longer stunned. You are at the bottom of the ship.
I am.
Bloody John's flying around. Lucian's lighting a baguette. What are you doing, baby? Lucian, you're up after Finn.
If I moved to the left, my left, Finn's right, a little bit, would I have visual
This way?
on? Yeah, would I have visual on Brain Boy,
So there's currently only the
Mindflayer?
Mind Flayer, I would say. Yeah.
Would he have cover?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I can't get
could push up
over
and-
it.
You could probably use your movement and dash if you wanted to get onto the top of the ship.
Yeah, but I don't get to do anything. Oh boy. What is that? That's 5, 10, 15. No. Fuck it, I'll try and take some shots
Cool.
with disadvantage and AC bonus for him probably, but
Alright, my love.
natural 1 again.
Jeez.
And a 13.
Misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Alright.
my turn.
You want to use your movement to get any closer?
Yeah, I'll use my movement to get up to the ship.
Cool. You are now at the rigging. Next go, your movement will get you up top.
Yep.
Right, Lucian. You've got, it's lit.
Kind of in an awkward situation now as my view is skewed, looking at the Mind Flayer and having all the brain dogs leave. Noticing the ship is made of flesh, he squints, turns his pose, shrugs, and just fires an arrow into the fleshy ship. You know,
Cool.
see what happens.
Cool. As you do it, the whole thing erupts. No.
Yeah.
As your arrow looses.
It's sweating oil.
Yeah.
It definitely sinks into the flesh of the ship. This fleshy construction. You smell like a hiss as it hits it. But you imagine that's the sound of like the heat,
Yeah.
and it kind of leaves a scorch mark on it.
Okay.
Doesn't really do much else.
No, it's just, you know, had an arrow to get rid of. And
Gotta get rid of it, baby.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not really much help. Is there like an entrance and stairs in the ship?
So this is just like all the side of the ship with like kind of that weird rigging coming up here. So if you wanted to get
Is it climbable?
yeah, you can climb the side of the ship.
Okay, yeah, I'll attempt that.
Okay, so you get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And then how many feet up is it?
We'd say it would take your full movement to get up it. So if you wanted to
I'm on
dash.
40.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
If you're on 40, then you get halfway up the rigging.
Okay, yeah.
And if you then wanted to go all the way up, you could use your action. Oh, no, because you've loosed.
Oh yeah, I got
Bonus
bonus action
action,
to
yeah.
dash. So yeah, I'll go.
Onto the top?
Yes.
Beautiful, man.
And then I'm assuming I'll have some movement left over.
Yeah.
I'll flank the Mindflayer.
Yeah, so you can get Yeah, get in with its range. You probably wouldn't be invisible anymore.
No,
Hidden?
I think Dan only put that on there
Okay.
because I was stealthed.
Cool. Nice. Alright, well up next is this boy, just here. So Mindflayer is going to turn on its new opponent in the arena, and it's going to go for a technical attack on you.
No challenger.
It's a natural 20. It's a
Oh.
hit. Plus 7,
my
27.
Oh, sorry, I'm fine. Because I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Oh, that's a bad one, sorry. Okay, well, I'll uncanny dodge.
Okay, yeah, of course. Right, so let's roll.
I'll see what happens with this first, because uncanny dodge is a reaction, so
Oh, yeah.
if you get stunned as part of this.
Then I can't. Yeah.
It's 14 damage doubled, but then halved. So 28 down to 14 again. 14. So you're now grappled by it as well.
Okay.
Can I get a escape DC of 15?
You would do that on your turn,
My turn.
on his turn.
Oh, right, okay, cool. Can I get an intelligence saving throw from you?
Mhm. Oh, that's good. 21.
Yeah, you're fine.
9
So you're not stunned,
plus 10.
but you are grappled, and you took the damage. Stunning. Literally.
Positively shocking.
Right, top of the round is John.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
I'm currently flying in my speed. My flying speed is 60 feet.
Yes.
If theoretically I lost flying after moving 30 feet, would I then have 15 feet of movement? Because that's the half of my normal movement.
So you fly 60 feet, and you wanted to
Lost.
move.
My thought is I want to fly down here, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30
Yeah.
to get next to Arc.
Mm-hmm.
If I then cast a spell that lost concentration, I'd no longer be flying, but I've only used half my flying speed, so then I have half of my regular movement left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go on.
cool. In that case, I will fly along the top here and down next to Arcaximus,
Cast and skid as you come to
Yeah.
nice.
kind of slap him across the face, and as I do, I cast Protection from Evil and Good,
Okay.
which means that any attacks against him are at disadvantage
Cool.
while I'm concentrating.
Lovely.
And then I use the rest of my movement to get around the back of this guy.
Cool. Nice.
I don't have great restoration.
That's alright. Next up is Ark, but Ark is still stunned, so we move over to Luvinor, who's now going to go ahead and attack Technical Face, but he's got advantage. It's 12 plus 8, it's
For what
20.
it's worth, you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
It's also handy.
Right, let's do some damage. 20. That's 1, so one of those. So that's a natural 20 from Luvinor. Let's get some damage in there. It's 15 points of damage from Luvinor on the Mindflayer as he's just like, yeah, fucking twat. And he's just carving it up. He's just making calamari.
For whatever reason, I just imagine Luvinor fights for the Billy Club.
He's got that big old handlebar like
Yeah. And if things get really desperate, he's got like a roll of 10p's.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
Finn, you're up.
Movement, climb up the rigging.
Yes.
Climb up the rigging.
Up there again.
What did he just
I
say?
think he apologised for slamming the door.
Yeah, that's alright.
Just so angry about Arcaximus.
Don't have the range. So instead. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blitz.
Blast! Roll for some
Right
tag!
up the button.
Indie bing.
Is anything on fire up here?
No, not yet.
Cool, that's fine. This one's still. Hey, it's not terrible though. 20 on the first one.
Hits.
It's cocked. And 19 on the second one.
Both hit.
Hey!
Deal some damage to that.
Doing something.
Finish him!
That is 12 points of force damage on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And 12 points of force damage on the second one.
Nice. Hurting. Hurting snake.
Hurt me, Snake.
And next up is Lucian.
Stab
You want to stab. You stabby stab.
with the Hellfire dagger.
Fuck me, it's like mega advantage. This guy is being absolutely circle
All corners.
busted.
Busted makes me feel good, so I'm glad
Busted
we did.
makes me feel good.
And I have advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah, baby.
So,
Vibrato on that.
Sorry, you're welcome. It's Christmas somewhere. And I thought Christmas only came once a year.
It did, you're shit in bed.
Fuck off, Bond. Stop calling me.
You misogynist twat.
Yeah. Arsehole. Kill it.
that was the worst roll I've ever done in my life.
Oh,
Double nat
man.
ones.
Nat 1 and then 2.
Oh, yeah. Almost as worse as it
Hey,
can
caramba.
be.
Ooh, what's that smell? It's a shit roll.
Are you doing the stanky leg? I can smell it from here. Shit.
I can't inspire as a reaction, can I?
Nope. Alright. You
Well,
go,
that's not done.
you go to attack it, you're all surrounding it, and you just woof.
Almost too nonchalant.
Too nonchalant. Well, with that,
Because you've got tentacles wrapped around your face.
see if
Feel
it gets back
Also
its
true, yeah.
recharge.
Do it.
Alright, so with that,
Gives me disadvantage.
This is giving me major Baldur's Gate 3 like opening
think
level
so.
vibes. When you all get around it to try and get the sword off of it.
he turns, looking at you after you just tried to attack it, and it's going to go ahead and cast Mind Blast at you two.
Brain blast.
So can I get intelligence saving throws from John and from Lucian?
Oh my fucking.
Would my aura still be up?
Yeah, I think so.
They're outside of it though.
Oh.
So yeah,
5
damn.
foot.
so yeah, go ahead and
What's that? I'm
roll.
looking for an int.
10 fail.
Int saving throw.
Yes, please.
That'd be a 5.
Both fail. So,
You're both relatively smart.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Well,
clever.
we still failed.
Yeah, but you won't also go catatonic.
20 points of psychic damage to both of you, and you're stunned for 1 minute.
Is it Wednesday?
Can I get some stunned rings for him? I mean, I don't think it's
I'm running out of stun rings.
Oh yeah, shit. Any more for any more?
Was that a spell attack or?
It's like an action it has. Lovely.
Jimmy
Who is
becomes
stunned?
brain blast.
These two. Oh shit! And you're concentrating on something. That drops your concentration.
Oh yeah. So
You go,
we're protected from good already.
Thank you, sir.
Fine, though.
Cool. Right. So top of the round is John, but you are stunned. So you can roll now to break that.
That's a natural 20.
So you are out of it for your next go.
Oh!
Unfortunately,
Owie!
Arcaximus, you are still in the throes of
Passion.
what got you good.
Take me out of the initiative order, because I ain't doing any more.
So, next up is Lovenor. He's going to see how this is turning on Jarl, and he's going to try and attack the Mindflayers.
Cut his Achilles.
Not with advantage though.
Not with advantage.
Cut his Achilles.
Because you stunned and you was about as frightening as a kitten.
That'll hit. That one won't. So let's roll some damage. 3 plus 4. 7 points of damage on the Mindflayer. Up next is Finn.
Hello.
You are on deck. These two are looking a bit worse for wear. Arcaximus is not in the room. You are up
I
next.
can now move into melee range.
Fuck him up. Come on.
Flanking with John.
Finish him.
But it's still dark, so it's a straight roll. Hey, but that still hits. 20.
Yes.
And I get 2 hits, so 20 again.
Nice. Both hits. Do some damage,
Just
baby.
that rolling the same thing over and over again. 13 points of slashing damage from a magical weapon. 13 points of slashing damage from a magical weapon.
How would you like to do
Ooh,
this?
hell yeah.
I cut off the front of its tentacles, and then
So like a little like, squiddy, like,
as they're all like my tentacles, I just cut the top of his head off,
Nice. The top of his
just
head.
down and across.
Like there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
just on the
Just
brow
above-
line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As
Oh, yeah.
tentacles and brain bits scatter across the deck of the ship, you are out of combat.
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad that we're all okay, isn't that right, Arcaximus? He's dribbling.
I'm literally
feeling
using
kinda
the tip of
woozy.
my glaive to like scratch near my eye.
Oh no.
Oh no.
As you find Arcaximus in quite the state, we will pause it there and pick this up in the next,
The ultimate episode.
the finale.
For sure, for definite.
For sure, this time.
Nah, we're going to spend 3 hours talking about how to get Arcaximus out.
So we've got 2 weeks to
Figure something out.
comb through Twitter threads.
to determine how to fix
Yeah.
it.
How to
Hashtag,
give one intelligence.
hashtag save Arcaximus. We need to start a Twitter hashtag. Let's find out how to fix it.
2 weeks to make a mechanome thing.
Now I'm sorry against that. I got something else coming.
Oh.
Ruin.
Well, that's it for another episode. Couldn't keep it to 10 sessions.
Oh, actually, no. Do you know how you could cheat that?
But
This is 10 part 1.
oh, you're right.
Okay, bye.
It's very smart. But yeah, thank you for listening to another episode. Again, check us out on all them socials. We're on something called TikTok now. Praise be the internet.
If you see any of us dancing,
No, you
it's
didn't.
because we're making a TikTok.
Is that like papajohns.com?
It is an online internet app site.
Wow.
An app site.
That
An
is what we
app
like to
site.
see.
No,
Napster.
it's not starters. It's not apps. It's an app.
It's an app.
It's not appetizers.
That is appetizing.
You would hope. So yeah, check us out on social media. Search Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. DDandD.
ND.
It's just lettuce. Just lettuce.
Just deal with
It's
lettuce.
just
Those
lettuce.
disgusting
It's
words.
for all the phonetic
there.
files.
Hate
that.
words. So check us out on
The
all
netto
those.
files.
Don't forget to use the discount code TheBriggsy at checkout on GameTee for some amazing bits and
There's
bobs.
a lovely bag up at the moment.
Ooh.
Nice little messenger bag, waxed canvas. Got my eye on it. I might pick it up.
Oh, nice.
Holidays are coming.
I'll be using the code TheBriggsy when I do.
Ooh.
Dang.
Right.
Why?
I actually picked myself up some nice candles.
But you
So
didn't
to
use
start
the
my
code.
morning. Yes, I did.
You guys.
This guy.
is higher than 0. That's for sure.
Wow! Got him.
Self-burn.
You're welcome for the money.
And you would if you bought a candle, because it's hot.
Nah, well, actually, yeah, don't kink shame, because some people like wax play.
Hey,
And
Arcaximus liked wax play.
they're
Candles.
vegan candles, so the candles are made of wax, not animal slavery.
Whoa.
Sorry, not wax, soy.
Soy.
The candles are made of soy,
The more you know,
Yeah.
But
the
still
more you
not
blow.
animal slavery.
but still not animal slavery.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then, last but not least, don't forget to check out Thinking Critically. Some different from an actual play, some fantastic interviewees on there. Still haven't booked us in. I'm gonna get on it tomorrow. Let's get a date in.
Wait, is this your first one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
god.
know.
He's going to get to the point where he's too famous for you.
I know, that's my worry. I need to get it in.
Never. Although you have killed my character, so.
But yeah, do check that out on all the different platforms, and yeah, you will hear us on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.